Hi. And hello.
How we're starting.
That is how we're starting. Welcome to Legends of Logomancy Monday night stream. For those of you who've been around before, welcome back. For those of you who have just been here, hi. How you doing? Welcome on in. Have a seat, pull up a chair, have a drink, have a snack. But I'm sure the rest of us will provide entertainment for the evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Neon Graffiti. You might really recognize me from all the other places where I am all over Logomancy, but I have a wonderful, wonderful crew of people coming in with us tonight to play the follow-up game to our Space Pirates Thirsty Sword Lesbian from the fundraiser we did last month. Now, we're still supporting the Trans Empowerment Project, TEP, down in the States. They're a phenomenal nonprofit that we are continuing to support with games like these that were supported, purchased, and donated to make these extra games run. But I'm sure we'll hear more about TEP later. Let's get to our players. Archangelic, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Hi, everyone. I'm Archangelic. My pronouns are she, her. I'm going to be playing Pepper, the sentient pitcher plant, and Nature Witch. Her pronouns are she, they, and it.
Phenomenal. Next, we have Geek Baker. You probably recognize him.
Hello. I'm Geek Baker. A lot of people know me from Logomancy. Well, that's pretty much where anyone notices me nowadays. I do a lot for like Roll for Beer and everything, and I will be playing our lovable idiot Baguette, which her pronouns are she, her.
And next up on the table, we have Pisces Moon Paladin.
Hello. I'm Alex, or Pisces Moon Paladin. I go by she, they. And tonight I will be playing the scandalous scoundrel Esmeralda.
Ooh. Phenomenal. And joining us from the Pocket Dragon Pub, it is Vixie.
Hello, everybody. I'm just your friendly neighborhood player at the table tonight, playing the wonderful Shakti. Her pronouns are, well, their pronouns are she, they. My pronouns are she, her. And sometimes I get confused. Okay, I get confused
Don't
a
we
lot,
all?
but still, I try. I'm doing my best.
And last but not least, we have, of course, Ivy Knoxville joining us again. Ivy, take it away. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to tell us a little bit more about TEP? Oh. Beautiful. Sorry, I'm just taking a moment, folks, because we did get another $100 donation just before the stream, which did put us above $2,000, which is so cool. I do want to congratulate everyone here and everyone who has participated with us over the last almost 2 months. And thank all of you for contributing and making that happen. But for those who are unaware, every $100 donation means I have to drink some of this stuff. And this stuff is Dr. Ramshackle's old-fashioned juice that makes you explode. It's incredibly spicy, and I will be in much pain. But before I do that, and get all very silly, goofy, and way too hot.
Are you sure
exist.
I could
Yes.
take it?
If you want to take some with me, by all means.
Oh no, I'm either taking it for you or I'm not taking it for you. I have to work tomorrow.
Here, take it for me. You can take
Okay.
it for me.
All right.
Go for it, babe.
You're gonna do it anyways, aren't you?
No.
I see the shot glass poured.
I have something to read here before we get started. Once again, I'm going to plug the wonderful Thirsty Sword Lesbians by April Kit Walsh. We've been playing it a bunch over the last month, and every stream I like to open it by reading a passage right from the book because I think it's very true to how I approach the game as a dungeon master, as a game master, as a, I don't know, what are other fun little DM, game master, lore keeper, storyteller,
I was gonna say
dungeon
Daddy Dice.
daddy, dice daddy.
Dice Daddy.
Yeah, okay.
Or Dice Mommy.
Dice mommy, dice dad. I'll take daddy depending on who it is. But all that silliness aside, no fascists or bigots allowed. To play Thirsty Sword Lesbians, you must support racial liberation, intersectional feminism, and queer liberation. Respect transgender people, non-binary people, intersex people, and women. Respect racialized people, respect Black, Indigenous, mixed race people, and other people of color. Respect sex workers. Respect disabled people. Respect immigrants. Respect lesbians and other people with queer sexualities. Respect people experiencing poverty or homelessness. Respect neurodivergent people, such as those on the autism spectrum. Respect fat people and people of all body types. And not demand that anyone educate you about their marginalization. If you don't agree, fix your heart before sharing a table with other people. If you do agree, but you're struggling with self-loathing or any aspect of your identity, that's understandable. We're taught to hate ourselves in so many ways. So come on in. Let's celebrate the existence and joy of people like us. Now, let's get into the game. If you were here last time, our wonderful crew of the Sapphic Violet descended to a remote moon to recover the treasure of Captain Flintlock, an old legendary pirate. Escaping the clutches of Cassandra Gestalt and freeing her from the social pressures of the Navy in the process, the crew headed off into space for their next adventure. A little bit of time has passed, maybe a month or two, enough for things to be comfortable and back to normal. And Graham Captain has a request for all of you. In the upcoming week, it will be the 45th anniversary of Graham Captain's marriage to her wonderful wife, Meredith, who has, to all of your knowledge, passed from this world. They're getting old. It's just something that happens. However, 45 is a fairly large number, especially for spacefaring pirates. As such, Graham Captain has invited you all to a wedding vow renewal ceremony to celebrate her life married to Meredith and continue to promise to her, the spirit of her wife, to continue to love her, even though they are separated by time and space.
All right, I didn't get
We
tissues
now
for this.
stand a few days away from the ceremony. You have all been makeshift wedding planners up to this point. None of you are phenomenal at plans in the first place. It's why you became pirates. But here you are negotiating with flower girls, bakers, caterers, the officiant, and other very small details to make sure that this ceremony is as beautiful as Graham Captain's first wedding day 45 years ago. I would love to tell you that everything is going smoothly. However, we wouldn't be here tonight if it was.
Not
There are a few
surprised.
things that have gone awry. The baker has yet to deliver on the cake. The DJ has yet to set up their booth and begin playing the pre-ceremony music. The officiant is stressed and wandering about the venue looking for something and muttering to herself. and there's a vague sense that something isn't quite right. The wedding was set up on the Sapphic Violet in Graham Captain's home solar system, the original place where it was when the wedding vows were initially given. And the ship was christened at this time too. The ship is 45 years old and was the physical bond of the marriage of these two people. It now continues to sail the seas and has returned to its home galaxy to provide a ceremonial space once again. Let's go around and see where everyone is and what's going on. Pepper, whereabouts on the Sapphic Violet are you? And what are you doing to kind of get prepped for this ceremony? What were you in charge of?
Given everything that's going on, Pepper decided that it was best because she doesn't really understand this whole wedding thing. Like, she gets that it's important and it's some important ceremony that, some mammals do. But and so she's just like, I will just decorate, I guess. I know flowers. That makes sense to me. Yeah, so that's what she is. I feel like she is just like been stockpiling flowers somewhere in the hold, like
Absolutely.
just preserved flowers that she can use for decoration.
It's Yvonne, right? The pronunciation, Yvonne. What are you up to before everything before you coalesce and become problem solvers together? What is Yvonne doing to kind of prep, get ready? Is there an outfit you're wearing? Give us a little update. Absolutely. And then Esmeralda, how are you looking? Where are you?
I think Esmeralda is taking this task a little bit more personally than most. Is like, this is grandma's big day. This is a big, like, milestone moment. So she's just like running around like behind people, just being like, no, they need to go up higher, higher. Okay, no, just get out of the way. I'll do it myself. And then just like moving stuff up. However, every now and again there'll be like funny little movements underneath either her like blouse or like underneath like like her pants or something, of just like something small moving around under there, and she kind of has to like get prepared and like, oh, and then just wander.
Absolutely. And last but not least, we have Baguette.
There's two that you're
there's
missing.
There's two. Sorry. Yes, you're right. Sorry.
Fine.
I'm like
Fine.
reading and managing and
you
like
pulled a
keeping on top of
David.
things. I did pull a David. But here's the
Fine,
thing
my
is
feelings are hurt. Fine.
it's okay. Second last, but not second least. Baguette.
Hi. Well, Baguette would be first of all helping out as much as she can. A little offended she wasn't chose to make the cake. So she's just like, I could have made a good cake. I promised not to poison anyone this time. And it's just like helping out where they can. So like pretty much helping like get all the catering done, making sure everything's done properly. Made sure to close off her own kitchen so that they don't come in and be like, oh, we're gonna just use this kitchen. She's like, no, this is my kitchen. I'm also gonna take this. So I poured a shot. So I'm gonna take it for you, Neon.
Absolutely.
Because your throat is messed up.
It's a little messed up right now.
All right, so this was for the donation. It's ramshackled spicy juice. So
spicy juice. Don't touch your bits.
I know.
Don't touch your.
I don't. That went right to the back of the throat.
Suffering. Oh, suffering.
I hate you, James.
I'm so afraid of trying this stuff at Gen Con. Oh,
Oh, be terrified.
boo.
Not allowed to bring it.
Boo.
Aw, rip.
Upsetting.
Not
I
even
don't
in
have
like a
milk
little
this
travel
time.
bottle? Damn. Oh, yeah, you right.
You mean it's the bomb, right?
No,
So it's
they're
actually flammable.
bombs from the bomb factory. And then, following up behind everyone, entering the venue, entering the top of the ship, Shakti.
Yes. So Shakti has been smartly avoiding Esmeralda while Esmeralda's bridezillaing this a little bit. Just kind of staying out of her way, not because not because just because she doesn't want to accidentally annoy Esmeralda when she's this stressed out. If anything, Shakti has been the person that's like, would you like some wine? Can I get you something? Do you need a foot rub? Like at the end of these crazed planning days. But what she's doing right now was actually hooking the DJ's system up to like the engine so it has power and it can do the thing that it needs to do. And she's kind of dressed up. She's got she found a shirt, like it's an old shirt, and kind of put her hair up a little bit and isn't wearing her usual bandana. And it's a little awkward for her because she's used to wearing things that can get a little more messed up since she's usually down working in the engines. But yeah, she's dressed. She's ready.
Phenomenal. Okay. And as the hustle and bustle around the ship as decorations go up, Esmeralda is barking orders left and right about that one goes there and that one goes there. And are you a fool? Those colors clash when they're right next to each other. Unless that is out of character. Please do correct
Oh, no, that
me.
is 110%.
Yeah. You all coalesce, and one of your additional crewmates, Kate, just a regular human girl, unassuming, comes up to you with a small checklist, and goes, "Okay, so there's just a little bit left to do. I just wanted to bring it to the five of you because I mean there's a lot to get done, but you seem to be the folks to do it. Firstly, the baker needs some assistance. They're muttering something about an old apron that they need. The DJ has seemed to misplace a few music discs, and gosh, the officiant, I don't know what's wrong with him. You'll have to check in."
Thank you so much, you everyday regular human girl. You are so wonderful.
Yes, no problem. I'm just your regular everyday human girl. That's me. Kate, here.
That's a name.
You can take this clipboard.
Yes, she has a name. She's a member of the crew. She has a name. What?
I thought it was human girl.
That is just a species, darling, dearest, love of my life.
Oh, there's more beyond. Oh, okay. Thank you. Kit, you said?
I will be taking my leave.
Okay.
And she hands you a clipboard and goes off to do something else.
I
And
shouldn't be
I think
holding this.
a few of you with like higher perception, like a little bit more like easy to read people, you can see like as she like walks away, she like kind of kicks the deck a little bit. She's like, "Fuck, regular human girl."
I think Shakti starts giving like a little shoulder rub to Esmeralda. It's like, you really need to pay more attention to personal details. It makes you look bad when you forget things like this.
That's true. I'm so overwhelmed. Thank you.
Okay.
I think
And
there's like
the,
Megan would just be standing there, just like. She had a name.
And Pepper is like beside Baguette. It's like, I also don't know her name.
I-
Sorry.
Am I the only one who pays attention to these things?
Has she tried some of my cooking before? Like, I know I cook for the whole crew.
Has she
but
tried wearing a name tag? Really?
No,
You
it's
fool, we
definitely
all
her
have
fault.
name
We don't know the
tags.
names. Like,
That's her fault. God, that is somehow okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
You know,
This
when you're
part-
gonna be walking around all unassuming and human like that, well, you know, you have to
I-
put a name out there.
I'm human. Am I
But
unassuming?
you're iconic.
Okay, I'll take it. As he called me
For sure.
iconic. Better write that down in my diary.
I'll have some of whatever Yvonne's drinking, please. Immediately takes like a sip of something. Doesn't matter what it is. Fantastic. It tastes disgusting. Just like,
She would.
"Oh, I'll take it. Ugh,
Absolutely.
better than this conversation.
And so, yeah, handed to you is a clipboard that has a few pages on it, but you can see that the page that has been moved to the front is kind of the emergency. These are the fires that need to put out for this to run okay. At the very top of that list is the baker needs help finding something.
I can see Baguette just rolling their eyes like, to be here.
Wait, Baguette, you're not the baker of this situation?
They didn't want me to be the baker because I poisoned somebody last week. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
but
didn't know
was
that those
kind of funny.
I didn't know that they were allergic to poisonous mushrooms. That's not my fault.
you know, I have a comprehensive list of all the crew and guests and their various allergies. You could have looked at it.
I wanted to try something new. No,
Also,
my
the mushrooms are poisonous.
Pepper liked it.
Well, yeah, it's not poisonous to me.
I have it down as one of Pepper's favorite recipes, so I thought everybody should try one of Pepper's favorite recipes. Not my fault, but then I was told you can't do the wedding cake because, and I quote, you poison people. They just need stronger stomachs, guys.
Somehow, I feel like killing a guest at in the middle of the wedding reception is probably a bad thing, bad omen, not a good plan. Really.
Well, you know what? Then they found this baker, and now this baker's having issues. I should just make the cake. This is some man. This is just like kicking the floor, just arms crossed.
Well, I mean, let's go
Absolutely.
check them out and see maybe if at the very least you could just offer any, like, you know, tips or help to get them all sorted. Seems to be a bit of a big ticket item.
If they're in my kitchen, I kill them. I mean, I will serve them bread.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
kill
what I
them.
mean.
I haven't killed anyone on the ship yet.
I mean, 2 weeks ago you almost killed me, but
It-
I'm better for it now. I have a
I was
stronger
gonna say
poison tolerance now.
I was gonna say it wasn't for lack of trying.
My defense, I thought that it would have been a delicacy. I thought if you cooked it long enough, the poison would be gone.
Yeah, I'm still coughing up blood for that one.
I
That's a
am
perspective.
living for the idea that an enemy somewhere along the line feeds you all poison and you're all like perfectly fine and they're just so confused about the whole situation.
And then there's Baguette in the corner. They're like, I poisoned you, Baguette in the corner. Did that last week.
So what?
Your shit was
We're
too
all
weak.
immune to cyanide now.
It tastes like almonds. How was I supposed to know?
How do you know it tastes like all?
Between Baguette poisoning people and and Pepper inoculating people against said poisons. Like, it's just this combo that's keeping everyone
Mhm.
running.
Well, usually
Mm.
Baguette tries their food first, and then Pepper shows up and there's Baguette like a swollen head, like, I can't feel my tongue. Baguette, you ate blueberries. Oh, right.
Yep. And so as you take a little walk over to where the baker is, kind of hitched off the side of the ship, there is a smaller, kind of 1 to 2 man boat in comparison to the Sapphic Violet's full brig and capacity to carry not only a 15 to 20 person crew, but the storage space for supporting that crew. This small fishing boat is made for maybe 1 to 2 people. And instead of fishing, you can see in the very middle of the boat, there is a very large cake oven, as well as a refrigerator unit, things like this. And the boat is a very specific made boat for a baker. They travel around and bake for people as requested. On the ship, there is a old woman. She's probably in her 60s to 70s. Graham Captain is about 80 to 90 at this point. No, hold on. Graham Captain would have been, sorry, 60, 70. This woman's in her late 40s, mid 50s. There we go. The baker's late 40s, mid 50s. Had to redo my math there. She's got some silver growing in her hair, but it's still dark. And she's just wandering around the ship, looking. You can see her tossing ingredients left and right. She's looking for something, and she doesn't really notice you guys come on. She's wearing her white baker outfit. She has her hair tied up, and it's in a little hat. It's like somewhere between, it has like the tricorn edges, but it does go up and puff into like a chef hat.
I want one.
I'm
Like,
so glad.
personally, I want one.
Yeah. And you can see that she's wearing like heavy gloves that are obviously meant for like the oven and such, but unlike your regular oven mitts, hers are fully digits fingered. So she can still like knead and mold and do fine work while wearing these weatherproofed gloves. Yeah, of gloves, but a little bit better because she has more control.
It's like those those running like finger socks.
Yeah, it's like the running finger socks, but they are made to resist the heat of whatever comes out of the oven. And she's muttering to herself as she's like flipping things over, looking through things, opening doors, closing doors. And just I could have swore I left it here somewhere. And how do you approach?
This is a pathetic bakery. It's just like muttering under her breath, like, this is
I mean,
stupid.
you can say that, but as a baker yourself, this is actually really nice.
I know, but just like Baguette's like trying to seem cooler than it. Like, I can make a better cake. Like, it's just very salty.
Could I roll to see potentially what they might be looking for?
You can. I won't have you roll for it. We'll just have it happen. As you go to approach her, you can hear that she's muttering to herself. Where is that damn apron? I need it. It's just, I don't know. I could have swore it was right here. I've retraced my steps. And she's like muttering to herself. She's looking for an apron of some sort.
Okay. And there's no apron that I can see within sight?
You can't see an apron within sight. Yeah, you can't see an apron within sight.
Okay. Interesting. Sabotage on the sloop, I see.
Perhaps.
Then yeah, I'll just tap her on the shoulder and just like, you might have some company.
Hi, Hi, I didn't. Ooh. Oh gosh. I did not see you there. Hi. Um. It's me. I know the. Hi. It's me, the baker for the cake for the wedding. Yes. That's me. Um. Hi. Um,
You seem to be a bit of a hot mess here. Baguette, do you want to take this one?
I was like,
Sound. Sorry.
I'm doing this for the captain, and just walks up and be like, "What do you need?" Straight to the point.
my apron. I misplaced it and I need it. I need it really bad. It was my family's and I can't bake without it. It's tradition.
Where was the last time you saw it, old lady?
It was on the hook over there, but it is not there anymore. And you can see as she points, your eyes do follow to like a hook. And there's like a little like placard above the hook that says old family apron. And then like underneath the old family apron, there's like a name and then 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 a name of like all the bakers in her family that came before her that wore this apron to bake.
All right, I guess we'll try to find your apron. What was the last time you saw it? Like, what were you doing? When was it? When did you lose it? Like, see, it gets like doing like aggressively.
Right. I had just put the cakes in the oven. Oh, the cakes are in the oven. And she goes over and she pulls them out. And you can see there's like 3 or 4 different tiers that have all been baking in the oven. And she pulls them all out and is obviously like still making progress, but she can't move forward with like assembling and decorating the cake without this apron. And she goes, right. I put the cakes in the oven and I took the apron off because I needed to go do something else for a second. I needed to feed the cats. They're down below deck. Frosting and Sprinkle. You can say hi later.
Damn it, those are some cute names. Like, I guess, like, yeah, damn it.
And then when I came back up, it wasn't there, and I thought maybe I just like accidentally like I put it on my workstation, but it wasn't there. And then it was like maybe I like took it off on the way to go feed the cats, but it's not there. They did try to get out though when I was trying to feed them. They don't normally try to get out to the top deck because they know I'm like really busy. And there's this one time when like I was learning to cook for my dad like 30 years ago, and he accidentally stepped on Sprinkle. So like Sprinkle doesn't like to be up here anymore when I'm baking. Anyway, but they tried to get out here, and I thought that was weird. But I don't know.
All right, well, you're on a. You know what? From one baker, like just like to another, I'll try to find your apron. But you are on a pirate ship, so someone might have stolen it.
Maybe. Who would steal like? It's just an old brown leather apron. Metal rivets.
Yeah. Can you not just use another apron this one time to make the cake?
No. You don't understand. It's been in the family for generations, and it's what everyone's used. And if I don't wear it, then I'm gonna get something wrong, because that's how that works.
All right, I guess we're gonna go look for an apron. It couldn't have gone far. We're still on the ship.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hear any engines rev up recently, so it still has to be around.
And it couldn't just like fly off the edge, right?
No. You guys are standing pretty much still.
Okay.
You're orbiting around the sun of this solar system, but aside from that, not really.
I guess we asked people on the ship if they've seen a leather brown apron.
This is why it's important to know their names.
The aprons?
That's right. Does your apron have a
Crew.
name?
The
Yes.
crew. The crew.
Oh, the crew.
The apron's name is Michael.
I guess we gotta go find Michael.
God damn it, Michael.
Look,
Or Dirty Mike sometimes.
why don't I take someone? We go look for the apron. You guys have other tasks that you guys need to do.
Mhm.
So while we're looking for the apron, you guys can go see the other tasks, and maybe you can find the apron on the way or something like that.
Not a bad idea.
That might be what's best for now. There's a lot that has to get done before the wedding or wedding renewal.
I like to call it wedding 45.0.
Wedding 45.0 it is. Then
So I'll go look for the apron since I know what an apron looks like.
I'll go with you.
Like Megan, when you hear "I go with you," just goes blushes red and goes, okay, yeah, bestest friends going together.
and then I think Shakti will lean in to Esmeralda and be like, "Well, look, another kind of ship," and smiles that little bit of that too wide smile.
Yeah, I think I just like absolutely mirror the same smile back, and I'm like, ooh. Oh,
Phenomenal.
Neon, I DM'd you something.
Huh. Yeah. Huh.
Panic.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I do kind of like slyishly say to myself, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't go down below with those cats. I wouldn't want my clothes to be mad at them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you head off from the baker. You know you need to find a very old apron. What do you do from here?
I'm gonna help out Shakti in whatever they try, in whatever ways that they figure out trying to find this.
Are we all looking for the apron, or is it just going to be Yvonne and the baker, the other baker?
You mean baguette?
Baguette. Yeah. You're both bakers. I'm trying to honor your title. One's a baked bread and one's a baker.
Well, strictly speaking, Baguette is our chef. Like, so a
Baguette's
little
our
more
chef.
than a baker.
Okay.
I mean, depending on
but-
how big the ship is, I think that we could probably tackle looking.
I mean, or Shakti and I could pull a Lion King 1.5, where we try to Timon and Pumbaa and like inadvertently make a little bit of a magical moment for getting Yvonne.
I'd be down for that, actually. Like, well,
We have other stuff to do. We gotta find CDs. We gotta.
true. We have other tasks, but we could
I
try to
mean-
make a magical moment in between all of that.
I mean,
I guess Baguette's trying to find Kate. See if she's seen it.
Yeah, absolutely. She goes,
Oh, sure.
the apron. Yes, I think I saw it scutter below deck.
All right.
No, that can't be right. Aprons don't move on their own.
Where's Void? Does Void have the apron?
No, Void is right here. And Void kind of pops out behind Kate.
Void,
it
have
just
you
had those
seen
little,
an
like,
apron? Find it, boy. Find the apron.
And Void turns into a little nose and starts sniffing at the deck.
All right, I'm going down below because that's where they told us that they seen it.
Yeah, absolutely. You head down below. The first floor of the ship is, of course, the mess hall, some crew quarters, a little bit of storage. Digging through, you do find another member of your crew. You've got Short Joan Gold, who is a member of your crew. She's one of the cannoneers. She is a small crab-like woman. She has 8 legs, or I guess do crabs have 8? I think they have 3, and then 2 pinsies. So she's kind of got the 3 legs on each side, small, more crab-like in her features. And she, I think I haven't seen anything on this floor, but well, maybe. I've been looking for well, we need some more gunpowder because we're supposed to set off fireworks. She kind of like ticks her like little mandibles together, her little crab mandibles. I think. I mean, I'll help you look if you help me find the gunpowder.
Just like, no, it's a fetch quest.
Welcome to the endless fetch quest.
Yay. I'm just gonna look at him right beside it, and you can just see Becca just looks like defeated and goes, do we have gunpowder? It just looks so defeated. You're the first mate. Do we have gunpowder? I don't want to do this whole fetching quest, fetching things. We just need an apron.
Or maybe I did see it. But my memory's a little rusty.
I'll poison your food.
I can get you some.
You do that anyway.
Damn it.
I think between me and Shakti, we still had a little bit left from making those exploding barrels last time.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Could I roll something to
Yeah.
make a little bit of magic happen in this room?
For sure. What do you want to do to make that happen?
I think at the mention of gunpowder, I'm gonna like try to find like. I think I'll just like empty out one of my guns and like have like empty out the gunpowder in my pocket and then just like throw it up and then just like light it and like have it explode in this beautiful fashion over them.
Okay.
I don't know what you would want me to roll for that.
I'll say that is a small harmless effect, so it just kind of happens.
I just see something and being like, did you do that? It just looks at her like,
no. Must have been the magic in the room.
we're in the gunpowder room.
Must have been the magic in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Esmeralda, you really must be more subtle.
I need you to teach me how to be more subtle.
I'm just gonna be like a big just whoosh, just like. Are they trying to make out right now while we're here? Just like right now, just like
Everyone hydrate.
Hydrate.
Hydrate or die straight.
The cutoff.
Words to live by.
The cutoff.
Thankfully, water did not come out of my nose, which is what I was afraid of.
Unfortunate. We always prefer it when we're blast them.
yeah. So I'm just gonna be like, did they want alone time? Like, is he trying? We are in the middle of something. Like, what is happening?
I think at this point, Shocked is like, you know what? You are doing such a great job looking for this apron, this sacred symbol of the Baker's Creed. We are going to go find something else. And Shakti reaches around and scoops Esmeralda and like does the thing where like kind of spins them away a little bit. Like we're
Off I go.
Absolutely.
Yes. Pepper, why don't you come along? I'm sure there's more for us to do.
Megan's like, no, wait! The door closes and she's just like,
Try not to kill anyone.
Bye.
shit.
I will leave Mildew with Baguette. It's like, Mildew will look
For
out
sure.
for you.
I'm just holding it like, do you know where the apron is? All right, so we need to get gunpowder now.
Oh, wait. One thing before I go.
Yeah.
I am going to touch Baguette, and I'm going to use my nature's touch and hopefully give you the ability to talk to animals.
Yeah.
Yes! Because we need Baguette to know how to talk to animals, because that's going to be awful.
Mhm.
So, when you touch someone and let the power roll plus spirit, I rolled 10. Well, I rolled spirit, so I
Okay.
got 12. So yes, you gain the ability to speak with plants and animals for the rest of the scene. And you may give me a string or clear condition.
You know what? I'm going to give you a string.
Okay.
Because I also think at the same time, like, Baggett's just in the corner be like, I don't know how to express feelings. How do I tell her? Like, she's just so cool, and I'm just a baker, and I have had relationship issues. Like, just unloading her whole trauma to this squirrel.
To Mildew the mole.
Yeah, Mildew the
Yeah.
mole, not squirrel.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like Kronk
Mildew the therapist.
remembers the groove like it's all
Oh,
true.
100%. 100%.
Squeaker,
Squeaker,
squeak.
squeak, and squeaker, squeak.
My Patrick Warburton is not good, but we'll get there one day.
Also,
Um,
like as a forever GM, I'm happy to roleplay Mildew as well, or you can roleplay.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can absolutely roleplay Mildew. 100%, please.
Mildew's sitting there is like, I get you. I totally get you.
Mildew lights a cigarette.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it, kid.
Fantastic.
As like Baguette just looks over
I've
and just
seen it all.
sees her like holding like gunpowder barrels and handing it over, and I'm and just like look at the arms like, Jesus.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Baggett's sorry mommy moment.
Yeah, Baggette's like, I should get her
All
to
right.
deliver my flour.
I'm like intentionally picking up heavier barrels than I need to show off my muscles. I don't even know how to flirt either. So like,
we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're just like just seeing the bigger barrels, and she's just like,
We get
is that enough gunpowder?
oh my
that's
like,
enough
god.
gun-
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm in my bakery again.
I
No,
thank
no,
you
let it get
to
too hot in here.
Corpse Feeler, by the way, for donating 275.
Woo!
Thank you so much. I will drink some old-fashioned explodey juice when the time is perfect for it.
Do I have to drink it again?
You don't have. I'll take this one. How about we alternate?
Okay.
Okay. I'll take this one at a moment where I'm talking, and it's going to be funny to do so.
Okay. Bows.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I saw it. I saw it go by. It went down to the floor below. A bunch of rats were carrying it.
Yeah, we're going down to the floor below while the rest do what they need to do.
I guess we're going down another level.
Didn't look like regular rats. Looked like they had purpose, you know? Like normally the rats around here, they'll look for food and then go about their way. But these rats, they were on a mission. They were mission rats.
You have something stuck in your teeth?
No, she's got
I know, but
little
Baguette's just whoosh. Like,
what is it with this crew? First regular human, and now is there something stuck in your teeth, crab person who doesn't have teeth?
well, you click your mandibles a lot. Maybe you have something stuck there.
It's a nervous tick.
Oh, I do apologize. I'm the asshole. I'll be going now. just walk away, just extremely embarrassed. Just like, oh, I'm like an idiot.
Mildew is sitting there like, you got to be less hard on yourself. You
Therapist
do that and you
mildew.
push people away. You know that?
Mildew.
Therapist mildew.
I feed you berries all the time and walnuts and acorns. I didn't realize you're so deep thought. We should talk more.
We really should.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So back on top of the deck with Shakti, Esmeralda, and I believe Pepper, you went with the two of them, correct?
Mhm.
Cool. You guys were heading to where?
Well, I think once they head up decks, like there's a moment where Shakti reaches into a coat pocket and pulls out this really nice pocket watch, and looks at it, like still has her arm around Esmeralda, or still has their arm around Esmeralda, and says, "Should be enough time," and like closes it and puts it back in her pocket. But what else do we need to do?
Looking down at the at the clipboard you have, Baguette and Yvonne are working on the old apron. The DJ needs help with some music discs, and the efficient needs his is looking for something as well and seems stressed. So you can check in on the DJ or the efficient. The DJ is closer to the front of the ship, and the efficient is currently in kind of the captain's quarters, using it as a prepping room.
What takes priority for you, Esmeralda?
Up to you which way you want to go.
Should we prioritize the vibe of the wedding over the efficient? I don't know.
You're asking the wrong person. I've never gotten married before.
Neither have
looks at
I.
Pepper. They look at Pepper, and like Pepper might know anything at all or have an opinion.
I've
Pepper?
only seen weddings in TV shows.
Do you know anything about that?
I mean, I did study poetry for a semester at school, but maybe that would be useful.
You know what? We're going to flip a coin. And she pulls out a coin for like just like a gold piece or something. Call it Esmeralda. And
Okay.
flips it into the air.
Puppy tail.
Catches it, puts it on her puppy tail. I guess that means we're going to see the efficient.
Okay.
Unless we want to see the
Absolutely.
DJ. Speak now. Yeah. All right. So efficient it is.
Okay. Okay. So you head over to the back of the ship, to the captain's quarters, and you open the door, and this is, by all means, Graham Captain's apartment. There is a circular table in the middle of the room with some chairs and a large couch that is way too comfortable for anyone ever. It's one of those couches that you sit in it and then you like sink into it a little bit and you're like, I die here now. I've become part of the couch. All the cloth furniture is covered in a sheet of plastic, not necessarily in that it's unusable, but the plastic is clearly fit to the furniture to make sure it doesn't get dirty.
Yep.
There is a pot on the table for tea. In the far corner, there is a bed that has been modified in recent years to be able to kind of elevate and move a little bit more to help Graham Captain sit up in the morning or lay herself down in the evening. And in the middle, in the kind of the back corner of the room, in front of a mirror, the officiant, a woman wearing a very nice suit, classic black suit with a white shirt, cummerbund. It's a full tuxedo, white ruffled shirt. And she goes, I can't find it. Okay, I can't believe I forgot that. Oh, hi. Hi, Esmeralda and Shakti, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And this is our lovely
Hi.
friend here, Pepper.
Pleased to meet you.
Pepper, I didn't see you. It's a little bit difficult. And she kind of turns around. You can realize that as she turns around, She is hunched in this room. She is abnormally tall. And as she turns around, beyond the striking and well-dressed outfit, her hair is almost an afro of green, as you realize her skin is made of bark, and she is a tree person.
Shakti, I don't think this is an unassuming human girl.
Well, I mean, no, you're right. This is not an unassuming human girl.
Oh, I love it when
This
I'm right.
Um,
And you are your name, please.
Willow, and she'll hold out her hand for a handshake, and it is easily like the size of both of your hands and a little bit more.
Shakti puts her hand out anyway. Puts
I'm
their
gonna
hand
like
out.
interfere and be like, no, let Pepper do this one.
Oh. Dude,
Well, okay.
defer to Pepper, or they defer to Pepper.
Such an honor. It is such an honor to be able to be here, and renew the wedding vows between Gertrude and her wife Meredith. I can't believe I get the honor of being here again after 45 years. That's so exciting. But I will be honest with you. I mean, the trees never forget, but this one did. I'm missing my tie.
Mhm.
And the outfit is not complete without it. And it is kind of a ceremonial piece as well for us of the long-lived bark community.
Shakti's looking at Pepper
So-
like Pepper knows something of what this means to
I need to borrow a tie if anyone has one. I be honest with you, I am very nervous around people.
Oh, well, I don't really have a tie you can wear. All this frill is actually my foliage.
It is gorgeous. Do you have like a product for that? What do you do?
Oh,
Yes.
I supplement my digestive pouch with extra nitrates. Maybe I can give you a solution for your. Do you have a root system? I don't mean to assume.
I do have a root system. They are down here in my. Well, I can't lift my leg very much because I am very hunched in this room, but they're on the bottom of my feet. I can just, when I'm feeling a little hungry, I can just into the dirt and
I can give you
recharge.
I can give you a vial of what I use, and you just put it in a basin and sit in it. It'll be great.
Okay. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes. The things I eat don't always give me enough nitrates. Most of the mammals don't think about that too much.
It's always the nitrates.
Hmm. But where did you last see your tie?
I think I left it at home. I am gonna have to borrow one. I've decided that she's a little bit southern. I need you to know that this is a decision that I made halfway through this. I definitely did leave it at home. I do remember that. So I am gonna have to borrow something from one of you fine folk. Or even if you made something, you could make something.
Is there a piece of like some type of fabric I could tear off around in this room?
100%. This room is like got all the eclectic everything of a like 70-year-old pirate woman.
I'm just
like-
imagining like a bunch of pin cushions. Like
Yeah, there's like pin cushions, there's like you can see in the corner there's like a collection of like flags or like pieces of flags of like different ships that she's raided over the years. There are knickknacks everywhere. And by the bed there's a little photo frame, and you can see it's a like one of those old-timey black and white photos of Graham Captain looking a little bit younger. Her drooping dog features are a little bit tighter. She's a little bit younger. She has hair tied into like tight braids, and beside her is a curvy, heavier set cat type lady that all of you would have known as First Mate Meredith before Yvonne stepped up into that position post Meredith's death. And they are young. It looks like behind them there is a large space fish being kind of hauled off the side of the boat, and they are celebrating kind of a big feast to be had, and they are in their youth, and it just kind of sits in a nice frame beside the bed.
I'm gonna like see that, wipe away a tear, and then just rip off a piece of a curtain.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And then I'll hand it over to Pepper to be like, hand that over to the next young.
Oh, wait, I have Pepper will take out like a suture kit and some of the preserved flowers, and she'll like kind of like
Phenomenal.
tie some into it, like just make it look nicer than just
Absolutely. Oh my, you really just I hope you can get that curtain repaired. That is
Oh, it's not a problem.
okay. Well, yeah, okay. Absolutely. Thank you. And she will grab the green cloth that you have now tied extra like flowers and petals into, and she'll kind of slip it underneath the collar of her suit.
Shakti walks over and says, "May I just a moment?" And like, we'll help
yeah,
straighten the tie out a
for
little
sure.
bit. Just
Yeah. And you know what? It looks phenomenal. The shade of green from the curtain with the extra petals on it goes wonderfully with her bark and with her hair, or her leaves, her foliage rather. She goes, "Oh my gosh! Now that is just the sweetest thing. Thank you so much. This is phenomenal, and the extra flowers are excellent, and I think we are just about ready to go on my end. Everything's taken care of." Now, if excuse me, I have some extra. I got to reread the lines one more time. It's been a while, and she'll go back and start reciting, kind of the ceremony that is to happen soon. Down in the bottom of the deck, Baguette and Yvonne. It's dark down here, but you can hear it. There are rats, and they are skittering. What are you doing? You can't quite see anything yet. You'll need to light a torch or something, or find a way to see.
Well, Baguette can make solar crust. Oh no, what is it? Illumination crust. So I'm gonna try to make that. So let's see. Plus daring.
Let's see. Make that bread.
That is an 8. So I can choose one, but I cannot make bread again this session. So I'm gonna make the illuminated crust. Tastes so sweet, glows, and cause the person who eats it to glow for a few hours.
Phenomenal. Are you eating it, or are you offering it to Yvonne?
I'm offering it to our mole friend.
Or to Mildew? Absolutely.
Mildew, do you want to glow?
absolutely. I'm gonna be so beautiful.
You already are, buddy. It just like feeds Mildew the pieces of bread.
Yeah, look at that luster.
As Mildew eats some of the illuminated crust, which you cannot make the illuminated crust again this session. You can make other breads,
Oh,
But
okay.
just not that one.
I thought it was just that bread because
Yeah.
there's no other bread in that session. So okay,
Choose one, and you can't make that bread again this session.
gotta make sure to read it. Yep. All right.
All good. You can bake other breads.
Perfect.
And
Great.
it's almost the THX noise at the beginning of a film, as mildew just like as like the light just emanates from this tiny mole.
Yeah.
I'm reminded by like shine bright like a diamond, but
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
And you see it now. There are a few rats running from where you are towards the front of the ship, where kind of the cargo hold is.
Get the
We're de-
rats.
We're definitely going to go explore that, but before we do, can I use a playbook move?
Absolutely.
I'm going to do Wolf and Cub and declare my intent to protect Baguette for this entire session.
Okay. Take one
Because-
plus one forward to actions taken to fulfill that promise. Okay.
Yeah. Baguette is of great value to me, so
Phenomenal.
yeah. So yeah, because I don't know what's going to come when we figure out where these rats are coming from and stuff. So
Absolutely. As you kind of follow through to the front of the ship with these rats, you step into what is currently a fairly empty storage hold. There's a few extra barrels of water and a few extra crates of food, but everything is pretty much on the upper decks to get ready for the celebration today. And you're close enough to nearby ports that you didn't really need to stock up for a long journey. In the middle of the room, the apron is on the floor. But it's not just flat against the floor. It is obviously on top of something. And you watch as it writhes and shifts as something underneath it moves. And it goes,
Ah, the light. Ugh, turn it off.
I guess just gonna go over and just take the apron, just be like, yeah, just like
no. So you're going to reach for the apron?
I'm gonna reach for the apron.
Okay. So as you reach for the apron, it will kind of continue to like shift and move. And just as you're about to grab it, it pulls away from you. And kind of raises, and you realize that underneath the apron there is a form. And it's now looking at you, not quite illuminated by the light from mildew, but there are two beady eyes reflecting light back at you from the darkness, and it has the apron. It goes,
Horrible light. Too bright. Too bright. Turn it off.
Give me the apron.
No. Mine. Found it. Fair and square.
Is this a rat we're talking to, or is it a rat person? I would like
you
to
can't
clarify.
quite tell. Right now it's a little bit too dark, and all you can see is that they have two beady eyes that are reflecting mildew's light back at you.
Baguette is just not up for this, and you could just see because she's wearing long sleeves like me. She just rolls up her sleeves all the way to show her baker arms, and it's just like, all right, I'm gonna count to fucking 3. You're gonna give me that apron, or I'm gonna get Mildew to sick you. Which one do you want?
Mildew to sick you.
Doesn't like the light. I'm gonna make
boy.
it fucking bright in here. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. I want you to
This is for our captain. This is for
Yeah.
our granny. I ain't taking no shit.
um
And just has like the big beefy like baker arms, like looks like because
Yeah.
like carrying flour and everything. And it's just like, you know what? They got a new baker. I'm not happy about it. I'm doing this chore for the baker now. I need that apron. It's coming with me, whether I have to wrestle you to the ground.
You won't. You won't. Little thing. Eat it we will. Make the light go away.
and just pulls out my like a croissant sword and just goes, "All right."
If you must. Rats!
And along your feet from all over the room, rats
Why so
come
many
crawling
rats?
through and
Oh,
towards this figure.
no.
And they step kind of towards the light, and you can see them now wearing the apron as a cape backwards over them.
Oh,
There
he's a
is
child.
just a little bit shorter than you, about 3 to 4 feet, somewhere in that range. There is a giant rat person who has a little crown, is wearing this apron as a cape,
Is this the
and
Rat
is now
King?
holding a club made of all the smaller rats.
I think Megan's just like has like the wheel of just listening and just like knee and just like it just turns around to look and be like, did you know this was on our ship? Like you're the first mate. Did you know that we have like I'm sorry, king, queen? What I don't want to be rude.
Monarch.
That's worse. I don't feel bad about killing them.
We are the Rat Monarch.
Why are you even
And
on
we
this
are
boat?
here as a royal dignitary to witness the marriage or the
Oh, they're-
renewal
you're
of marriage between. Look, my dad said I had to come
oh well, you're a guest. Why are you stealing an apron?
because it's cool.
Look, we need the apron so that the baker can make the cake. So could you just? I will give you a different apron.
Where is it?
It's in.
This one's cool.
It's
It's
in
made
my.
of leather.
It's in my kitchen. Mine is stained red with blood.
No. Bloods are for knights and common folks. I am the monarch of rats.
I have a white apron, which I don't use much.
I don't know.
Look, our captain is getting married. I need to get this apron to the baker. What do you want?
I think you're gonna have to roll a figure out a person.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so my familiar ability gives a +1 to certain things. Like mildew can help you out. You get +1.
Okay, so
Hell yeah.
I gotta figure out where that is. One moment. That is in the
I
main
was gonna
rulebook,
do the
right?
spicy for this, but I've realized the voice is spicy enough.
That's in the main rulebook.
Yes.
Okay.
Basic moves reference figure
Let
out the person.
me pull that out.
Roll and add wit.
Roll and add. Oh no. Okay. That is a 12, so 13.
13. Okay. You get to ask 2 questions from the figure out a person list.
Gotta get that out now. Give me 1 second. Maneuver. Fight moves, barefoot, blow off steam. Figure out person. Okay. How can I get you to give us the apron? You are a guest. I can't kill you. The first
about
mate
it?
is here.
Either a treasure of equal cool value or a noble duel.
I'll give you my crown.
I
gonna
already
just-
have a crown.
Oh.
Well, then we can fight.
What do you
can't
love
fight.
the most?
What do I love them? Oh, what does the rat monarch love the most?
Yes.
Please.
Cheese. I do have
Oh,
cheese in
God.
my kitchen.
Bring us the cheese. And the apron is yours.
I'm just gonna look back at her and be like, should we just fight these assholes and take their? They are guests. Like, would the captain be upset that we beat them up?
Maybe. Do you have a cheese that you want to give up, or should we just fight?
I have a full wheel of Parmesan cheese that I saved up for our last trip to buy to make some really nice bread for you. I mean, everybody. It's just like, but if this helps our captain,
Well, let's go get the cheese, and then after we exchange that for the apron, if it's okay with you, I'd like to give you a little kiss for giving up your wheel of cheese.
you
That
see Baguette just like steam like comes
You
out of the
saved up
ears,
one.
just like
Fantastic.
I'm gonna go get the
Phenomenal.
cheese, and just like runs.
Like smash cut to the other scene with Pepper, because Pepper can psychically see all this happening. He's like, oh my god, Yvonne just kissed Baguette. Like,
No, not yet. I have to deliver the cheese, and then there's a kiss. That's why Baguette's booking it.
Like, okay, then you just hear Pepper say, oh my god. Like, it's just like
Mhm.
Pepper's like in another space. Like,
What is it? Pepper?
oh, this is gonna be good. This is going right in the journal.
Yeah, I think Baguette just runs to their kitchen. Like, it's all locked up. Like, pretty much told them to stay
absolutely.
there. And it's just like 1,000 locks. Like, come on, where's the fucking keys? Just like going through the keys as fast as possible. Like, yep. Gets the big thing of cheese. And just like stops, looks in the mirror and be like, okay, wait. Do I look okay? Then, all right. It just runs back with the cheese.
Absolutely. Okay, you run back with the cheese, and they go,
Delicious. Okay. The monarch is pleased.
hand over the apron.
Right. Here.
You gotta take the apron and be like, thanks.
It's clean.
Is it though? I'm so just
Yeah.
gonna do.
I'm
Is it though?
sorry. Rats are actually really clean animals.
I just mean you dragged it from upstairs all the way down here.
No, they carried it.
But it didn't touch the ground at all?
No.
All right.
This rat is a liar.
Yeah.
Mildew's like, you have to give it to him though, like impeccable sense of style. Like, if I was gonna pick an apron to wear as a cape, that'd be the one.
Mildew, don't agree with the rat
Thank
kid.
you. The glowing one is smart.
Will you be at the wedding?
Yes.
Okay. Clean up whatever mess you've done down here before coming
No
up. though.
mess.
Weird rat person, and just like it goes over and just
Monarch.
and hands the apron to Yvonne.
Well, let's go return this to the baker. The baker.
absolutely.
I appreciate the air quotes. Like Pigot's like, oh, just like holding the dress, like just like walking.
Absolutely. God damn it, James. Okay, you guys head up, and the Rat King goes about the Rat Monarch goes about their business, getting ready for. I don't know what they're doing. They're getting ready for the ceremony, but you can hear them like scuttling and talking to their rats.
That was aged 800-year-old Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, they're graciously scarfing down cheese. They're gonna show up to the to the wedding with like a cheese shape protrusion in their stomach.
Rotund.
Rotund.
Yeah.
Rotund rat monarch. Okay, you return the apron to the baker, and the baker's like, "Yes, excellent. I can finish up the detailing now." Oh God, thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done without without this it's such an old apron. It's been in the family forever, and it is what makes the whole thing work. And you can see she puts it on and she kind of ties it up and she goes, okay, time to decorate. And you can see she takes one of her gloves off, and underneath it is not a regular hand, but you can see that she has actually this entire arm now as she rolls up the sleeve is mechanical. And she goes, okay. And she reaches into one of the pockets of the apron and she gives her hand a little flick, and it rotates, the piece rotates out. And on the other side, there is 3 or 4 different bags that all are ready to receive icing, and each fingertip has its own little pipette head. And she goes to like kind of secure the bags in place with some of the items that were in the apron pockets. She ties the bags and she gets to work icing this gorgeous 3-tier cake.
Badass.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, Vega's just like,
It's a old family
I'm shocked
recipe.
Holding at the engineering, like, how did someone do this? This is so cool.
I think when Baguette's like, okay, well, we should try to find the others and let them know about that we got the apron. But as they're
Yeah.
walking away, Baguette just like sneaks a peck on the cheek and it just walks away like bright red. Just like kiss the cheek and just bright red walking away, just like there.
And Yvonne just feels like she got like 6 inches taller and is on top of the world right now. So
Aw, adorable.
Gorgeous, beautiful. Love to see it. Okay.
I guess we all meet for the day, Jay.
You all meet on the deck, having 2 of your 3 tasks completed. And let's head to the DJ station. At the DJ station, there is a scrawny looking robot. It's like somebody tied together some pipe cleaners and then put a head on it, sort of deal.
Mm.
He goes, "Whoa, hi, yeah, we're just about ready to get the ceremony going. Thank you so much, Shakti, for the power to the DJ station. That was so helpful. Yeah. So small concern, tiny one, smallest concern anyone has ever seen. There were some new discs that were ordered that I had. They were the shipping status says delivered. They're here somewhere. And I was unpacking them, and your crew, I think, mistook them for plates.
They think the rat monarch doesn't have them. Just like says that under their breath and people like, what?
So like we could really use a hand getting those back because they won't listen to me. And I can't take them back either. I'm made to love, not fight, you know?
They're using the discs as plates.
I mean, how big are these discs if they're going to use them as plates? Also, if it won't the food
They're
just go
like-
through the middle?
They're like large vinyl discs.
Maybe they're using them
You
as
can
charger
see-
plates. So like they're underneath like the decorative plate and then there's the plate on top.
So
Yeah.
the plates charging up the other plate, they're electric plates?
Becca's just like,
I mean, they're like mostly wax.
Wouldn't that melt?
I mean,
would
I don't know.
it's
Look,
it's
All I
just
know
to
is that
look
some
pretty.
guy came by and he went, I need these because they're plates now. And
What?
I couldn't stop him.
What guy was this?
Tall, 4 arms, red.
be sent? Do any one of us know this person?
Pepper has an entire compendium of all the crew.
Yes,
this
but
guy?
she. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say this guy. You feel like you would remember if a crew member of yours was large, red with 4 arms. Nothing is coming to mind. Nobody knows who this guy is.
Maybe somebody brought a +1, and they were trying to be helpful.
That's a really nice interpretation of things there, Pepper.
Good news is that they'll be easy to spot.
Well, not if we don't start looking now.
Yes. I think before we go though, I'm getting scratched up inside, and I finally have to. I have a bit of a present for everyone, and I worry that they're gonna make a mess inside my clothes, and I'm gonna smell weird during the wedding.
What'd you do?
What?
Who'd you steal?
So last week when we were going raiding, we accidentally came across a vessel, and they were actually not only hoarding gold, but particular little animals that they were forcefully trying to sell in a market, which we didn't quite appreciate. So I might have procured them, and they might have had babies, and I might have some for everyone here.
Is that why you've been stealing food?
Yes, I'm feeding for 6 here.
What are they?
And I think she just like reaches under her blouse and pulls out these just like tiny little Chihuahua puppies.
Oh! Just looks at him. Becca's just gonna look and be like, "That is the cutest thing I have ever seen," and just picks one up and just be like, "Oh," like Lion King.
Yeah. I got one for everyone. And this one especially for you, Shakti. They're so beautiful. I just thought you all deserved to have a beautiful little thing.
Shakti stares at the puppy. Puppy stares back. She just stares at it for a long time and goes, "How are we going to keep all these dogs here?"
Pepper's already on the floor with the rest of the dogs. Like, Ezzy, you should have told me. You do know that I am actually a veterinarian. Like, I can make it work to be the doctor, but that's my specialty. Is
Oh yes, I just made sure that they didn't go on the ground. I didn't want them to get parvo. I know they're so young, and they're not young, they're not old enough for their shots yet.
I'm
Megan
aware
already
of that.
has the puppy on their head. Just like it lives here now.
Shakti is full on pulling like the dad that said, "I don't want a cat," but like is gonna ultimately be best friends with the cat. Like,
Like half a
You're gonna-
second, just
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
sit on my shoulder, I guess.
Their
Oh,
names will
absolutely.
be Croissant.
Yvonne, I saved you the most muscular one.
Just a ripped puppy, just like jacked.
The like buffest chihuahua you've ever seen.
I love that. Thank you.
Jesus.
ooh, a warrior.
I shall train it to feast on human blood. What?
Huh? The buffest dog
The
there
most
ever
vicious
was.
chihuahua you've ever seen.
Darn right.
Well, that does
Darn
not solve our
right.
existing problem of the plates that are discs that need to be here
Mhm.
for this wedding.
But I figured,
I
who
mean-
better than to retrieve than these little guys? And then I'm gonna hold up the last puppy that no one picked up, and it's just like this. It's a young puppy, but it looks like an old dog. And I'm like, "Look, this one's for Grams."
Very old dog.
They're
A very young old dog.
Yeah, the
they're
ancient
too
puppy.
young for their shots, but they're old enough to retrieve things.
I'll
No,
admit
Ezzy
I
did.
didn't think this through.
Yep. Like yeah, Pepper's on the ground with the dog in the air. No, they didn't think it through at all, did they? They're so cute.
Wait, Baguette can still talk to animals. What are these puppies saying? They've been stuck in
Oh,
your
boy.
clothes for like how many?
it's-
At least half the day.
Honestly,
yeah.
they're still fairly young. So it's a solid mix of just like the equivalent to like baby babble. But there's like an occasional like food.
Well, Baguette's already like pulled out like a bag full
Baba?
of blueberries, and it just starts feeding the puppy. Just like I'm allergic, but you don't have to be.
Baguette,
Absolutely.
why do you carry them if you
They're
are allergic?
delicious. Okay.
I just love them.
Baguette like almost like sneaks one as a bite.
Absolutely.
All right, so we
I
gotta
just
find this
throw
guy
a
with the
dagger,
red
so it, like
arms.
it just
Oh,
like
fuck.
daggers the blueberry out of your hand. Just like
Pardon, folks. I just knocked over my drink.
Oh no.
No, not the drink.
now
your
the floor
electronics
has
okay?
hydrated.
Huh?
The floor
Is your
has
electronics
hydrated.
okay?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's nowhere near my keyboard.
Oh, good.
But it is
Oh,
the
no.
poison. I knocked over my poison.
Oh no.
Oh.
Can we take a quick $5?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, let's go to
it's
break.
about time for a $5. We're gonna take a $5. We'll be back in a second. I'm gonna lick this off my
Bye.
desk.
Don't do that. At least it'll clean your desk.
We are back. Thank you for waiting a quick minute while I unspicified my desk. Cleaning that up was, I mean, fairly simple, but I've been told that I should do some deeper cleaning on it. Otherwise, it may spontaneously combust me and my bits. Two separate entities. But dogs are now out on the deck on the ship. The discs are still missing, and it's just about time for this ceremony to start. Luckily, the DJ does have the traditional discs, the old discs available. So you know, the walking down the aisle and the ceremony should be fine. It's really just the reception afterwards that is gonna need some assistance.
Find the big red man with 4 arms.
Big red man with 4 arms. No idea who that guy is. Never once met that man. But time's coming short, and the ceremony must start anyway. And so here we are. A mystery still at hand. Where did these discs go? But now is not the time. Now is the time for sitting and watching and supporting. As the crew gathers, as well as a few notable guests, the Rat Monarch comes up from the cargo space below deck and sits in one of the front rows. The crew all gathers and takes a seat. Some of them in their regular outfits, as they have no nicer clothes. Some in very nice gowns and suits. And honestly, a majority of them somewhere in the middle, where they're wearing their regular outfits, but they have some ways they're accessorizing to make it a little bit nicer. How are all of you presented in this moment? Do you have like a special wedding outfit you would like to be wearing?
I think Baguette's just wearing like a dress I'm wearing right now. Very low cut here, slit on the side and an open back. Like surprisingly, Baguette had nice clothes. Like everybody sees Baguette in like flower and like just like a poncho or thing, and just has this like gown on, like has a necklace on and like long dangly earrings, and it's just like standing there, just like okay.
Excellent. Anyone else?
Pepper has this like kind of like it's a lot of like pink and like tulle type fabric. It's very like sheer, like multiple layers of this sheer fabric.
Mhm.
She usually is just kind of wearing like medical whites because she deals with a lot. But so like this is very different for her, but it like kind of she's kind of like bulbous in the middle, and you can kind of see that more when she's wearing this.
Mhm.
All I'm expecting is like, have you ever tangent, I'm sorry. The Thumbelina where she puts on the dress and it's like the dress and then it's like bulbous and then it flares out a little bit at the bottom. Like that's the vibe it's giving me, and I'm like, oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. Anyone else have a special like? I got dressed up.
Yeah, I think I'll defer to Shakti.
Yeah, Shakti is dressed very like they have a nice shirt. They're very much like the crew. They like have the one nice thing and has some jewelry on to sorry, I have a kitty that really wants to claw a door at the moment. And they're wearing jewelry, like they're wearing like a really nice choker and some earrings, and they have a little floral decoration in their hair. And they
Mhm.
have given their they've given Esmeralda a corsage, and they've dressed to match Esmeralda's outfit, whatever
And
color that may be. Like they've done their best to like at least try
Mhm.
match, given that they have like just the one shirt. So this probably was discussed beforehand. I would assume.
yeah. Yeah, I think Esmeralda would be wearing a lot of like dark reds and blacks, and like yeah, definitely like make sure that the corsage was like instead of just putting it around their like wrist would actually just be like put around and like kind of like just like kinda, like put right up in their hair,
Ooh.
so that it really was like accentuating their hair. Um, curled up their hair a bit, and then yeah, just like wore like a very beautiful like frilly coat over some like nice tight leather clothing underneath, just to like be very like beautiful and like very like appropriate for the event, but just in case shit goes down, there's still the like just like the very fitting wear underneath to have to fight just in case.
Absolutely. And Yvonne.
Yeah, so I am or was wearing a very dark, like red, almost like a bridesmaid's dress, very long, flowy. Not something you would typically see Yvonne in, but I mean, this is Graham's vow renewal ceremony, so I kind of had to do it up a little bit. And I even had a little tiara that had been in my family for generations that I'm wearing to honor the occasion.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And all of you stand on the bridesmaid side of Graham Captain at the front of the ship. There is a floral arch in the background. You can see the gorgeously decorated cake, and the officiant, the tall tree lady, is standing in the middle of this setup, maybe a good few feet above the arch, dwarfing everyone else on the boat by a long shot. And she goes, "Well, it is a blessing to see you all here today. Marriage is what brings us together today."
I knew it. I knew
Marriage.
that was gonna come up. Not
Like,
wedge.
to be honest,
Marriage.
that's awesome. If I ever get
No.
married, I want someone just to do that for me.
Absolutely. I would love to, but I don't have the entire thing memorized for tonight. I
You
thought
and
about it
James,
though.
you and James could both be my officiants. You guys can
I
take
would love
turns.
that. Absolutely. About halfway through, I'll pretend to like James can pretend to shoot me, or I'll pretend to shoot James, and then we'll like pretend like nothing happened. The other one will just keep reading.
Yes. Now I
Let's
gotta
go.
find someone.
Yeah, now you just need to find a partner. I'm sorry I can't officiate your wedding because I'm the groom. Just kidding. Whoosh. But yeah, so she starts to read ceremony, and the DJ does take a second. He hits a button on his booth, and a keyboard appears before him. And he takes his little noodly metal arms and his little noodly metal fingers, and he starts to play the Here Comes the Bride. And down the aisle comes the crab cannoneer that we had seen earlier, and on her pincer she is holding a pillow, and on top of that pillow sits a small knitted cat that is sitting in the upright position with a brooch pinned to its the front of its shirt. And anyone who's been around Graham Captain long enough knows that this is something that she crocheted herself in her retirement, and is a sweet, small plushy version of how she saw her wife.
Oh, Leon, don't do this to us.
I'm doing it to you.
Late.
And the crab cannoneer scuttles up to the front of the ship and stands across from Graham Captain, who is standing at her walker. Graham Captain, being old and quite wrinkled, has to occasionally take her hands and kind of push her drooping eyebrows up to be able to see. She's got that old dog droop going on. Droop dog.
Droop dog.
Droop dog.
Intrusive
Actually,
thought.
speaking of Droop dog, could I have given her the dog at this point?
Yeah, the dog, we'll say, is sitting in the front of her walker. Like most walkers have like a little basket, and her old baby dog is sitting in the basket. And she kind of looks up, and she looks at all of you, and she looks at the knitted version of Meredith, and she smiles a little bit and looks at the officiant, and the officiant continues on with the ceremony. It is picturesque. There are words shared about how love transcends time, transcends space, and can even find those of us who have lost our capacity to hold mortal shape. There is a speech given by Graham Captain, and she talks about the beginning of everything. She goes, Meredith, I remember when we were both young girls on the shore with dreams of becoming something more than what we were. I remember investing in this ship with you and our first marriage here on its deck. And I remember the last few days before that horrible naval ship took you away from us. Loving you has been an adventure more than this old dog could ever have asked for. And I am so glad and honored that I'll be able to continue this journey on for the both of us and have plenty of stories for you when eventually we meet again. And the officiant reaches the spot in a normal wedding where there would be objections, but instead she invites the crew to come up and share stories about the captain and her wife. And as this happens, click. Now, for those of you who have never played a game with me before, and even for some who have, click is a fun mechanic that I like to use sometimes. This means something split second decision making needs to happen in this moment as something quick happens.
What?
Normally, I would use
Oh,
this
no.
as a trap going off, as parties try to dodge swinging axe blades and poison tipped arrows, or for small moments where even the slightest decision can change the flow of play.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Lord. Okay.
In this exact moment, I need everyone to tell me what their wit modifier is.
Okay.
-1.
+1.
To sag.
+1.
Okay.
+1.
Okay. Those of you with a +1 will get to act first.
Okay.
As as this opens up, you feel it. The rumble of an engine, the click of heat, and the firing of a cannon. You don't know where from, but something is about to happen. How do you react?
Well, I think for Baguette, after hearing that, would probably. Oh God, this is really hard. Probably. Oh, but someone else go first. I'm still thinking.
I think the two things that occur to Shakti are that there was a plan for fireworks. So this
Mhm.
could be that. But at the same time, the rumble of a ship's engine doesn't sound like it's fireworks. And so in that split second, her first instinct is to protect Esmeralda. And so she immediately she immediately grabs Esmeralda and like hits the deck because that's
Hits the
all
deck.
she knows to do.
Absolutely. And Yvonne, you also had a 1, correct?
Yeah. So obviously, being part of our security, I do recognize that. Yes, we were supposed to have fireworks this evening, but that was not fireworks. That was cannon fire. So I immediately first check to make sure everyone is okay, and while I'm doing that, like visually making sure that Shakti and Esmeralda and Pepper and everyone is okay, I actually physically jump in front of Baguette, pull out my sword, and kind of scan the area to see what's going to happen next.
I think at this point, Baguette would also be running in front of the captain and just like
Mm-hmm.
making sure that
Okay.
the captain's like
Taking
just
a
like
dive for Grand Captain, making
yeah,
sure she's safe.
because after seeing like just hearing it and like if this is going off, it's obviously the captain. Someone's trying to get to the captain, so just runs and just
Mhm.
like make sure like the captain's like she's in front of the captain, and she was expecting to just be in front of the captain just herself like that, the captain behind the back, and then just right in front of her, just another,
Yeah.
and she just is like,
Absolutely. Pepper, you had a 0, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So Pepper, you hear the first round of cannon fire go off and the engines roar, and you see your friends start to take an action. And as you are about to take yours, you hear a second round of cannon fire. What are you doing?
Oh, Pepper is going to hit the deck immediately, and try and find a safe spot like under a table to like start
Absolutely.
looking like
You
Hold-
dive underneath the cake table for sure. Okay. And then Esmeralda with the -1 wit. You are the last to act. There is no third round of cannon fire, but your reflexes, I think, are in a little bit of shock in the moment, and you are taking an action last to react to this.
Yeah, I think that like so much has happened. Shakti brought me down, luckily, and like I was able to kind of like be down below. But then I
Mhm.
think the like reality of the situation finally kicks in after the shock, and I'm like, no, the fuck they didn't. And then I'm gonna look over at Shakti and be like, thank you, but I have to rush in, and I'm gonna like lean in for a kiss.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Shakti will accept it, but it's like it's one of those like, what is happening?
It's just like the let's go.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
little beautiful, like passionate, quick kiss, and then they pull back, and then they like jump up and just jump off into the direction of wherever the like sounds are coming from.
Absolutely. So you jump off and okay.
I'm gonna
So-
use my playbook move, Fools Rush In.
Absolutely. We'll get to that. The cannon fire goes off. You all dive for your respective hiding spots, safety spots, or protecting Graham Captain. And you all take a moment. And in that moment, Esmeralda, you kiss your lovely partner on the lips, mouth, forehead, whatever you want. You give her a little kiss. And you step out from underneath where you had dove for protection. And you look out, and near the middle of the ship, you see a group of folks standing there that weren't there but moments before. You realize that the cannon fire was legitimate, and in the background you can see that there is a ship not but 50 to 75 yards away behind the Sapphic Violet. On the side of the ship, on the front, where the Sapphic Violet has its name in a purple banner, this ship also has its name in a purple banner. And it's called the... Oh gosh, where did I put it?
That's a good name
I
for a
forgot
ship.
the name of the ship.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
where did I
that's the
put
name
it?
for the ship. The name for the ship is the... Oh god, where did I put it?
You
They're
know,
constantly getting targeted by better pirates all the time.
yep,
Yeah. No.
that's better than what I was
Um,
thinking.
It's simply titled The Hunt.
Ominous.
In front of you, you realize standing upon 6 cannonballs that have landed themselves in the middle of this ship, there are 6 figures. There is a large leather-clad person with 4 arms, wearing a tricorn hat and has a very bright red face. There is a slug person who is wearing like a little vest. There is a just kind of like a regular human looking person, but they are sorted and gunned up to the nines. They have heavily armed.
Would you say that they're a little less unassuming?
They're a little less unassuming. They're a regular person. And there is a short purple flower person who where Pepper is kind of rotund and has body to them, the purple flower person standing before you is a little bit more delicate in their build. Their body seems to be made of like vines and leaves, and their face is this gorgeous blooming flower. In the very middle stands a mask wearing, kind of like a she's got like the Zorro mask kind of
Whoa.
going on. Flat brim black hat, little ears sticking out of it. And she's a little bit curvy, a little bit rotund. And she goes, "Now, what you be doing out here in these waters? Sure is mighty fine celebration you got going on." And we exit click. You are now free to move and take action as you see fit.
Oh yeah, if I can, I'm gonna jump right into action.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna leap up and like go for the four-armed person and try to like catch their head with my thighs and then do like a flip to just like flip them and like throw them.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll a fight.
Okay. All right. Let me make sure I get the fight correct. That's daring or grace. So I'm gonna go with daring here. 5 and a 3 makes it an 8 plus a 2 for 10.
10. Absolutely. So you choose 3, and your opponent chooses 1 to apply in response.
Okay, and these are the conditions, right?
Yes, you choose 3 of the successes underneath the flirt action.
Oh, I see. Flirt with or provoke your opponent, gain a string on them through cutting words, inflict a condition. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to provoke. Does it have to be this opponent, or could I pick someone else to provoke?
You could pick someone else from the group.
I'm gonna pick that so and so with the Zorro mask on,
Absolutely.
and I'm just gonna say you're next as I'm just like flipping their biggest member over me.
Yeah.
To get a string on
Absolutely.
them.
They
And then okay.
smile at you in response.
I think if I can. All right.
And then I think gonna inflict a condition on this person, and that'll be frightened.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And
As
then
you
I'm gonna
toss the four-armed person, they become quite terrified and off balance.
and then for my last bit is going to create an opportunity for Yvonne to be able to rush in and
Okay.
get some damage in as well.
Absolutely. In response, the so-and-so in the Zorro mask, their ears sticking out of their captain's hat, their flat brim black hat. They look at you and they go, "Well, you've certainly grown up fine. Been a while." And they are going to provoke you and gain a string on you.
Wait a minute.
Confusion.
Absolutely.
I am confusion.
Well, that's it for me.
Absolutely. Yvonne, an opening was made for you, so if you want to jump in and take an action here, you absolutely can.
I absolutely do. Since I am not engaged in the physical conflict yet, could I please use how's that milkshake taste?
Absolutely.
Yay. That's my favorite move. So
You may take an arm side. Okay. Absolutely.
I think what I'm gonna do is this whole group of people is kind of standing around or in front of us or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm gonna turn to Baguette and go, "Sorry, babe. I know you hate it when I abuse the food or whatever," and I'm just gonna flip an entire table of like
Oh
drinks
my
or
god.
food or something
Absolutely.
all over them.
Take it. Roll 2d6.
It definitely has to be the table that that Pepper's under. Like,
Yeah,
it's just like,
Does that mean it's the wedding cake?
No, not the
That's
wedding cake.
devastating.
Okay, so I got a 7,
Mhm.
and then my daring is 2.
9. So you get to choose one of the effects under how's that milkshake taste? Phenomenal move name.
Mm-hmm.
I think that their allies would see them as a fool and they lose critical support.
Absolutely, for sure. Um, the masked figure definitely has to like take a moment, and they have to like shake out all the wet from their outfit, and they try to like smear things off, but you can see they've like lost their cool, and in losing their composure, their fellows that are with them are having that moment of like mate, this is really kind of a waste of our time, like we shouldn't be here, why are we here? So they're not being very supported right now. Pepper, you
Well,
were just uncovered from the table
Yeah,
as well.
and
I
I
see
see
on
the
you have
person-
something else to do.
I was hiding, and then I see the person that stole the discs, and I'm like, wait a
Mhm.
second. Putting two and two together,
Absolutely.
they sabotaged this wedding, and so I'm going to pull the decorative metallic palm frond and try and hit them.
Absolutely. Roll a fight.
Excellent.
Beat them with the centerpiece. Get them.
Yeah. All right. Danger moves. There we go. Oh, that's not good. Daring or grace. I got 6.
6. That is a fail. You take the metal frond, and you take a daring strike at this four-armed individual. And they just kind of grab it, and between two of their arms, they kind of crush it like tin foil. And they're going to inflict insecure upon you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, clarification question.
Yes.
Did Esmeralda get hurt in this interaction?
Esmeralda did not get hurt.
Okay. Because I do think Shakti would have a reaction to being threatened or watching Esmeralda rush off and having to confront these pirates.
Mhm.
And I know that they're annoyed. And what I would like to do is use the elemental powers of my Naga aspect. Because Shakti's like, this is too much.
Absolutely.
Enough's enough. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what she says too. She says, that is enough. And her gem manifests on her forehead, and she
Yeah.
turns the gravity down, turns the gravity up and forces to try to force them all to the deck. Like make them all.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So you do that. And about
Those
5
drove
of the
her
6
Naga
figures.
to 0. So she
Yeah.
actually takes on her true form.
Her Naga form. Absolutely.
Her Naga form.
And 5 of the 6 figures do hit the deck. Our masked figure in the middle pulls her sword out and has to use it to steady herself, but she's still standing. And she goes,
Shakti hisses.
"Whew. Now, be gentle, dearie. These bones aren't as young as they used to be."
I think Esmeralda's gonna like look and be like, now you've pissed my girlfriend off.
I have a question.
Yes.
I haven't used it yet. So Baguette gets an obsession move. I don't know where that is.
Oh, give me a minute. Let me look into that for you. Matriarch Naga Sun
Because if I'm
Hand.
reading this right, oh my god. I have like
Where's the obsession move?
if you look at spell destruction, it just says current obsession move. And then I can't find it anywhere, but all my things are like your obsession thing. And
Self-destruct.
yeah. But also in like my other things, it says like common ground when you gain a string on someone who has a current obsession move. So I don't.
Okay. choose any move from another playbook to have as your current obsession move. Ooh, okay.
So
You
I
can choose
have
a
like
move from your own playbook, which allows you to discard a string to re-roll. Okay. If it's before you lose a string with somebody, someone gains a string on you. Okay. So yeah, with the Sun Hand, you'd be able to choose like any move from any playbook, and that's your like current obsession.
yeah.
At any time, you can abandon an obsession for a new one by losing a string on someone you previously impressed, related to your obsession move or not. Describe how your decision impacts your relationship with the person. So you would need to damage a relationship with somebody to
Use it.
use it.
Well, I think
Not necessarily use it, but select a move
yeah.
to be used.
Well, first I think first Baguette is just standing there and just sees all this happens, and she's wearing a
Mhm.
dress, so she just takes the bottom of her skirt and just rips it off, like
Yeah.
so that she has easier movement, and just rips off the sleeves and everything, because that ain't happening. And then with that, I think because she probably didn't have her sword while we were doing all this, it was probably like, oh,
Mhm.
that's not classy. I think I'm gonna use the Sunhand Baking to use hard crust, to make it and just run up
Yeah.
and just swing. So
Roll for baking. Firstly,
Roll for bacon.
roll for bacon.
that is only a 6.
Ooh, that is a downbeat.
Yeah.
Increase your self-destruct by 1,
All right.
because that's something the Sun Hand does.
Spicy.
Spicy. Ooh, spicy.
Okay.
This is twice now with the bare arms, and I don't think that Pepper can handle it.
Poor Pepper.
Mm-hmm. And you try to bake this this bread, but like the moment you try to like make it support its own weight, you realize you've overbaked it and it's too crumbly, and it just kind of breaks under its weight.
Shoot.
And we'll say you can't make the hard crust again,
All
is the
right.
downbeat there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's my turn though. I don't think I can do
Yeah.
anything else. So
And Graham Captain will look over to and go, "Hey, what do you think you're doing? I'm trying to renew my vows. You best watch yourself. I may be old, but..." And she reaches into, she's wearing her old wedding dress again. It's this very, very gorgeous white with very elegant beading on the breast as it comes down into a very delicate curve. And it fits a little bit loosely on her. You can tell that maybe in old age she's become a little frail, and there's a little bit more wiggle room in it. And it's definitely a little bit longer than it used to be, mostly in that she can't quite stand up to her full height the way she used to before. But she reaches into the top of her dress anyway and pulls out a tiny little flintlock. She goes, "Yeah, I may be old, but I'll still put a bitch down if I need to."
Yeah, she'll fuck you up.
I really
Granny's
need to hide
distract.
I really need to hide something in there too. Oh my god,
And now-
that's so smart.
"Who are you?" And on the other side of the ship, standing in the full black leathers, the mask, their fine rapier bending and bowing underneath the weight of them and the gravity spell, trying to stay upright. They go, "Well, how horrible I've been to come aboard and not introduce myself. After all, I didn't think I needed to." She's, the accents are flowing through me.
I'm like, what's happening?
I just explode. because there's too many voices in my head all at once. Yay. I didn't think I needed to introduce myself. After all, the party's half for me. And she takes her hat off, and standing before you is about a year or so older than the last time you saw her. Meredith,
What?
the orange cat, graying on the tips of her ears and around her chin and face. I know, y'all thought me dead, but my death was greatly exaggerated.
Captain? Just looks at the captain like,
Eh,
Looks like what?
Marky?
What is
um,
Hey, what? Hey, come here. Let me get a look at you. I say it's not as good as it used to be.
I could just see Becca just like frozen, like, what do we do in this situation?
I know. I'm like looking over at Baguette, like, do I put the daggers away? I don't know.
Becca's like, did I rip my dress for nothing? Like, what do we, like, looks directly at us, like,
Mm-hmm.
just,
Who needs to die?
just,
Like,
we
yeah,
fuck with the cake for no reason.
Yeah, the adrenaline is like still pumping. I'm like,
Pepper's like petals are starting to expand, like she's ready to swallow someone, and then
It's
she's
just
like looking around, like,
Yeah, we're all just like
Huh?
standing still, like, we don't fuck them up. Is this what we're not supposed to do?
but why did you shoot cannonballs into the ship?
It's your wedding.
Well, I had to get over here somehow.
You could have docked.
or RSVP.
How often do you get to say you crashed your own wedding?
I spent so much on the invitations. Are you fucking kidding me?
I didn't
ruined a
get one.
perfectly good cake for this?
It wasn't that good of a cake.
I am
Baguette.
not responsible
I
for your
look at Pepper, I'm
actions.
like, I can do better, right?
Yeah,
I can do better. Yep.
100%.
Okay,
It would have
good.
been
Yeah.
so much more
I
avant-garde.
feel like you just see Becca go like, I'm good. All right.
Actually, again, we need a cake now. The other one's ruined.
Shit.
Absolutely. And Graham Captain takes her little walker and walks up the aisle to meet Meredith at the other side. She goes, "Hey,
Shakti will flick the
Mary?
gravity back.
Is that?" Yeah, you let go of the gravity.
You're just like,
Is
shit.
is that you? And she looks up, and Meredith looks down and goes, "Are you Gertrude, you old bag? It's me." She goes, "Meredith, how?" He goes, "Well, you see," and we're gonna do a little flashback sequence. About a year ago, 2 years ago, in a very tight scrap, rescuing actually the 5 of you from a naval encampment prison ship, Meredith and Graham Captain, somehow only 2 years younger and yet much more in their prime than they are now, have broken you out of your cells as you make a run towards the edges of the ship. This ship is less of a boat and more of a floating fortress. The large vessel almost relying completely on the gravitational orbit and pull of that solar system to keep it in flight. From the planet surface below, it almost looks like a half moon. Many are familiar with Montresor's spaceport. The crescent moon spacefaring trade town. This is its lesser known sister, a bulky, heavy prison ship. The 8 of you, with Graham Captain and First Mate Meredith, run from naval officers towards ships docked and ready to leave. And just at the last moment, you're surrounded. You thought you could get away, pirates? Before you stands a woman made of stone, dressed in a full naval outfit. This is Admiral, I guess Warden would be the title. This is Warden Dyke. Legitimate archaeological form. Look it up.
A younger
It's when a
Esmeralda
protrusion
looks like
protrudes through layers of rock. It's called a dike. And that is what she is named after. The fact that it is also queer terminology was just a coincidence and not intentional at all.
Okay.
okay.
You tell yourself that.
And her fellow prison guards. That's the word. I'm losing my words tonight. Guards surround you, and the situation looks dire. What are you doing?
I'm gonna look over at Yvonne and be like, "Can you launch me?
Throw me.
Throw me, please."
While I am skeptical that this is a good idea, I can definitely do that.
We're clearly 2 years younger than we used to be, and we're in our prime.
Right.
No, they're in their
They're in the
prime,
prime.
or at least
feel-
like the beginnings of the fall to age.
I feel like
Captain
like this is
Graham
when a
Captain
bunch
and-
of us just started joining the crew too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the rest of you would have just been kind of fresh. The raid that you were on went wrong, and due to your greenness, you ended up getting caught and sent here.
Yeah.
But
Yvonne, I have to impress the youngins.
Yeah.
The new
Upon
blood.
the Sapphic Violet, no one gets left behind or forgotten.
Oh, yeah,
And so, the captain herself and her wife and first mate have come to get you. Your surrounded situation is dire. Esmeralda has been asked to be thrown. Yvonne.
Yeah, so I'm gonna I'm gonna like lace my hands, and give Esmeralda like a step or something to get into, and then she puts her hands on my shoulders. Whenever Esmeralda's ready, it's like 1, 2, 3, launch, and off she goes.
I'll just start
Absolutely.
flipping and twisting in the air, and then try to just smash down on top of the commander,
Warden.
the warden.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Roll a fight with a +1 forward from the throw. Why not?
Yay. Ooh, okay, that's a 6.
Mm-hmm. That is a downbeat. The warden is going to what's going to be fun? Yeah, okay. The warden's going to look at you and go, Esmeralda, the woman with a body in every port. Wow. You know how many people in here know your name?
Too many.
Ask
I'm
for
just still
you.
flipping in the air.
You know, and you flip to and you go to land on her and deliver that kick and interrupt her little speech here. And as you do, she just reaches up and grabs you by the leg instead and is now holding you
Uh-oh.
upside down.
Uh-oh.
She goes, I'm sure many of them would like to catch up. So I think it's about time you calm down for a while.
Please let me down.
And she snaps her fingers on her other hand, the heavy sound of stone grating against stone. And some of the guards come with handcuffs and stuff, and you are currently restrained.
Could Baguette, when this happens, just full on just tackle, like side hit that person to drop her?
You can try. You can roll a fight.
All right. I think Baguette would just see that they were running and like they got captured, and then they're just Baguette's just like, how about no? Like that's my new friend, and just is just gonna go like full on like shoulder chuck this person. Well, let me just pull that
Absolutely.
up. Fight
Roll
would
fight.
be I'm just double checking what I need to daring or grace. Okay, good. So that's a 14.
That is solid. Okay.
Wow.
Inflict 3 of the win conditions there, and I'll apply 1 in response.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna do through violence or cutting words inflict a condition. Because I'm body checking this person to drop my friend. I think I'm gonna do take an object from that person, but instead of the object, I think I just catch.
Absolutely.
Just catch it like bridal style. And then create an opportunity for an ally. So I think I just like look at the captain in the first way, just the captain, and be like, we need to go. And choose one to apply to you in response.
Yeah, I get to choose one to apply to you in response.
Okay, yep.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm wondering if I want to inflict horrible wounds upon you or not. Yeah. The warden will. She kind of takes the hit to the side and drops Esmeralda into your arms. But with her offhand, she's already back, and she just strikes you right across the face with her stone fist, and it is hard. And she's going to inflict frightened upon you.
All right.
I can take that, right?
This is in the past, right?
This is in the past, but I'll let it go. I'll let it slide for this. Yeah.
Because I did the wolf and cub thing.
Yep.
So for her, I want her to actually feel insecure.
Hold on, let me take the wolf and cub. Okay. Yeah. So, Yvonne, you can take the condition instead of Baguette through wolf and cub.
Okay.
So, Baguette, you are safe. You don't have to mark off that condition, as Yvonne has taken it for you. Yvonne, what does that look like?
For me to be frightened, so I see that Baguette is going to catch Esmeralda, and that the warden has like kind of reared back to bitch slap her almost, and I kind of jump in front of her and take the hit instead, and it rings my head a little bit, which scares me a little bit because I'm the bloody. I'm supposed to be the one that does the fighting. So to get my head run like that, it frightens me. So I stagger back and am a little hesitant to jump back into the fray.
Absolutely. Pepper and Shakti, you have yet to do anything in this situation. Would you like to take an action at this point?
Yes, I would like to use a move in my playbook called Mask of Many Faces.
For sure.
Yes, and she's changed herself to look just like one of the other prison guards.
Okay.
And is currently trying to get them out of there. I don't know if there's this setup is like a gate or if there's
you're
like a door
running towards open docks at the moment. There isn't a gate to open. You just need to get on the boat.
Okay. And I think that she's been masquerading as one of these guards. And when the situation with the warden happens,
absolutely.
I think that she's probably clobbered them and taken their like clothes and equipment too to help sell the image.
Absolutely.
I think that she lets off. Do they have as far as equipment goes? Do they have anything like black powder pistols or another sword? Or
They would have a pistol and a sword.
Okay, so I think that she would then fire off a pistol at this.
Yeah,
warden.
absolutely. Roll fight.
Okay, we're gonna roll some fight.
Ah, there it is.
Fight. What do I roll for fight again?
You roll 2d6 plus daring or plus grace.
Okay, she's got grace. We're gonna do that. 2 more d6s. That's a 6. I forgot if we add them in this game or not.
You add the 2d6 together and then add your daring or your grace.
All right, so that's a 6 plus 5 is 11. I think I rolled 4 dice by accident. I thought that meant 4 dice. Whoops. Wrong system. Plus 2 is 13 for Shakti.
Okay. Yeah, that is a phenomenal fight. So feel free to inflict 3 conditions from the successful fight.
Some conditions. Holy crap. Do I have it in my playbook or is it in the guide?
It's just in the regular move reference.
The regular move reference. I gotta go find that. Okay. Okay. Yes. So I think the first thing I want to do is create an opportunity for Yvonne to fight back.
Okay.
Against the warden. So that's 1 of 3. The other one says is to flirt with, to provoke an opponent and gain a string on them. And I think Shakti's kind of hissing voice whispers in her ear and says, "Always keep your eyes behind you too," or something like that. And she, instead of reloading the black powder pistol, she takes the warden's pistol. Take an object from your opponent or seizes it.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely. And the warden is going to apply a condition in response. The warden is actually, you're going to go, always keep an eye behind you, right? Was the line?
Yes.
She goes, when you're built like me, you don't have to. And you see like the pistol has fired a clean hole through the uniform. And there is nothing but a little scuff mark on the rock skin beneath.
Great. Love that.
And she's gonna kind of look at you and she's gonna gain a string on you. Just through sheer show of power. And Graham Captain is gonna speak up and go, well, we need to get moving now.
Becca's just
first towards the boats.
Becca's just holding us, just running. Since they're still chained up and we don't have the key.
And she goes, Meredith, buy us some time, sweetie. And she gives Meredith a little kiss. And she looks back over to the swarm of guards that are blocking the way to the boat, in between you and the boats. And out of her jacket, she pulls. She normally has like pistols and such, but she pulls a large blunderbuss out.
Keeps
And
that
she
thing
goes,
on her.
"Eh." Hit the deck, you pieces of and you
My heart just goes flying past us like,
Yeah.
whoa!
and there is a clear hole made in the wall of prison guards between you and the boats. As she has provided y'all the opportunity to run forward.
Ooh, running.
Yep. I'm holding Ezzy, just booking it.
Run!
Just bridal
Yeah.
style, just running, holding her.
Absolutely.
Stop moving!
And Graham
Yeah, I
Graham
think Shakti
leads you
just
all being
frogs over the
chased. Yeah, absolutely. And Graham leads you all towards the boats, being chased by dozens of guards. This is almost half of a moon-sized complex, and it has half a moon's worth of prison guards available, and they all seem to be right here for some reason. And as you run, Meredith unsheaths her rapier and her small dueling dagger and stands across from Warden Dyke, takes up a dueling pose, and they both of them engage in single combat. The other guards know not to get involved in this, as when the warden finds a target, it's best to leave her to it. And she shouts back, "Hey, just make it to the boats. I'll meet you there. After all, it's going to take more than this to keep this old cat down."
Careful, you're on your 6th life.
Yeah, it's why I have 3 more.
Just flailing.
Flailing, yeah.
Stop moving, Jesus! You make this difficult.
But it's so fun.
Just tosses
And
you
you
in
run.
the boat.
And as you're making it to the boats, you notice a majority of them, the crew that has been left aboard, a majority of them have pulled the boarding planks up. There's one that's slacking behind for lack of crew and manpower to do so. Somebody is going to need to find a way to pull it back down so the rest of you can get on.
I think if Baguette's already throwing me, I'm just gonna like launch. I'm gonna just like try to catch on.
Yeah, like I said, I was gonna throw her to the boat,
Absolutely.
so then I would just have her ankles and just pull her down.
Absolutely. I need you to roll a defy disaster to get
Okay.
this plank down.
All right.
I also need you, before you roll this, I need you to say what you're willing to sacrifice to make this happen.
Me or Baguette?
Either one, whoever's rolling the defy disaster.
You know what? I can do defy disaster and use daring, because you're just gripping on it. So I'm gonna use it to pull you down. I have 2 in that.
Mhm.
I can use that, and what I'm willing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
I guess because Baguette took that hit, maybe she takes another damage.
You're willing to sacrifice some body
Yeah,
to make it
because
work, even if it hurts.
yes, because she didn't take that hit. Wait, she didn't take that hit. She got hit by
No.
got attacked.
Yvonne took it for you.
But seeing sacrifice and everything, I guess yeah, she'll take some major damage if it doesn't look
Absolutely.
right. I will let Baguette, like maybe there's a burn mark or a scar from this.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Absolutely. Roll those 2d6 plus daring.
All right, that's a good one to start off with. I got a 10.
A 10. You do it with style.
Nice.
So
All right.
please
Love it.
describe to us how you maneuver this to pull the plank back
Pretty
down.
much, I
with
just like I'm
Esmeralda's help.
holding Esmeralda. I'm like, can you grip on?
Yes.
And I just throw it, just so she could just like grip onto it. And I just grab her ankles and I just pull down, like
Absolutely. So
fully pull down.
You pull, And for a moment, you have that tug of war with the few hands on the ship that are trying to pull the boarding plank up. And as you do feel that resistance, you just pull harder, and the both of them get pulled off the edge of the boat and fall into the abyss of space that rests between the ship and the ground. And all of you get on.
I could choose a new opportunity or gain a string on someone.
Yeah. You also get a new opportunity or gaining a string.
You know what? Because it was a show of strength, I'm gonna go with my girl. I gotta go. Yeah, because we just met. That's probably what started the first sparks in our relationship, was just seeing Baguette just and like watching her take a shot for her. So like at the same time, that's like what sparked it. But at this point, Baguette was in a relationship, so she was just like, I respect.
With,
but yeah,
Admiral Gestalt.
yes. So got my girl another one. I have 3 now.
Ooh.
Excellent.
I'm now like 2 inches taller from being stretched by like opening that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You get up on the boat. You get ready to set sail. And you hear Graham yell over the side, Mary, we're ready to go. And you hear Meredith respond back, it's gonna be a minute, as she is still in the throes of battling with the warden. The warden needs no weapon. Her stone hands make for fine tools of their own. It is the flash of dagger and the grace of a cat against cold, unmoving earth. She's bought you time. The majority of the guards now stand on the deck unsure of what to do, as they cannot get to the boat, nor do they have the means to board without the plank that is on that is on your ship. And you watch as Meredith tries to make space, break away from the warden. And as you try to get the ship moving, Graham Captain goes, we need to leave now.
Are you sure, Graham?
If we sit here, the guards will just end up getting aboard somehow. And look, they're already trying to cobble something together down there. Meredith is smart. She'll catch up.
Okay.
Come on, Mary. Yes. Let's go.
And as the ship starts to turn, you see Meredith make a little bit of space. She ends up kind of handspringing off of the tops of some of the guards' heads. But she just falls short. Just a moment. And as the ship pulls away and you just can't quite see what happens, you do hear the heavy hit of stone on the heavy floor of the prison fortress deck. And you assume the worst. And that's where your memory of this event ends. But sitting now at this ceremony, Meredith explains further. As the boat pulls out of sight, Warden Dyke, close on her heels, slams her fist into the ground but misses just barely. The heavy impact shocking the guards and sending off your ship as you leave the prison. She explains that shortly after that, she was captured for a small minute, but managed to break out by sneaking into an empty water barrel and being loaded upon a ship headed to who knows where. She finds a crew, a smaller boat that you now see behind you, the Hunt, as her only goal was finding you all again. It's taken 2 years to search the galaxy, and here she is, just in time for her 45th wedding anniversary. She makes a mention about how she always had a thing for the dramatics, and how cats always tend to land on their feet.
I think Shakti
here you
snorts
are.
at that and kind of gives Esmeralda a look.
It's so beautiful.
I think Megan's just like looking like, why didn't she just send a letter? Like,
She has a flair for the dramatic, Baguette.
but we did a funeral and Granny's been upset for God knows how long. Do you know how much times I had to sneak her ice cream in the middle of the night?
You look over at Gertrude, Graham Captain, and she is tearing up at the retelling of the story. And she goes, I always knew you'd come back one day. Plus, you're too stubborn to kill.
I guess she only has 2 lives now.
And they embrace, and music is played, and the celebration goes on. Baguette, you cook a cake to replace the one that was horribly destroyed. And what does this wedding celebration look for all of you as you celebrate the return of a Meredith to your ship? And the two of them honestly decide that, yeah, retirement's probably the best at this point.
I think Baguette made just like a peanut butter cake. Made sure not to poison anyone this time. So just made like a peanut butter cake and just designed it.
Peanut butter. I'm just kidding. Just
Damn
kidding.
it.
I was gonna make the same joke of like, poor if our guests are allergic to peanuts. God damn it.
I'm like, it's for the bride. They can have whatever the fuck they want. It's just like,
What about Nut Allergy Ned?
Not allergy Ned.
Ned
That
can
is
go
a
get
canon
an
part of
EpiPen.
your crew now. If we ever
That's
return,
the only
Nut
member
Allergy
of
Ned
the
is
crew.
the actual part of your crew.
Yeah, it's the only member of the crew's name that I remember.
Nut Allergy Ned. Done.
Aw. I think that I mean there's obviously dancing and stuff in this wedding, right? So
Absolutely.
I think Shakti is going to have a dance with Esmeralda. And in the middle of the
Gorgeous,
dance,
gorgeous,
like
gorgeous.
they're kind of maybe they're dancing close to Gertrude and Meredith. And Shakti says to Esmeralda, so you think we're gonna be like them someday?
I only hope so. Although, I'm gonna be honest. I think a little less flair for the dramatic might do us some good.
Might do you some good. And she spirals spirals Esmeralda around in a circle and brings her back into her arms. And says,
Absolutely.
well, if you're thinking about making things more permanent, would you?
No one else I would rather think of that I would like to. I think that's a great idea.
And dip kiss.
Oh.
Dancing beside you, Gertrude and Meredith kind of have a small moment where they look over and they share a look of like, kids. And Meredith is like, don't. And then Gertrude leans over and goes, hey, get a room.
Yes.
Absolutely. What are the rest of you folks up to?
I guess Baguette's just standing on the edge of like the dance and everything. Like their outfit was ripped to shreds, so now they're just wearing their regular clothes again. And it's just watching everything. And yeah, they're thinking about retirement, so wondering what's gonna happen next for this crew.
I don't have a flair for the dramatic or a really big romantic streak, so I just walk up to Baguette and go like, I don't want to lose you either. Do you want to like move into my quarters? Then we like
Baguette's just gonna be like bright red, like
you know, like space U-Haul, you know.
Space U-Haul.
Baguette's just like bright red, just looking at you like, huh? What? Yeah, yeah, and just stutters and goes, okay. Just
Absolutely.
Pepper is in the background of this, like holding Mildew, and says, "Another one well done, friend. Didn't think those two would get together, but you and I, we got a good thing going."
Absolutely.
And
And
I
as-
just love the idea of Pepper just being the secret matchmaker. Like makes all
Yeah.
this fan fiction, and then
Yeah.
she's like, I have to make sure this happens in real life.
they make it canon in real life.
Above the
Yes.
table, I have a move
Yeah.
called "I Ship It."
Yes.
I did not get to roll it this session.
Oh
However,
my god!
That would
However,
be so good.
Fantastic.
absolutely gorgeous. And
I can
as
make
you
Merle
talk
do
to Mildew, up to you walks the rat monarch,
Oh no.
and the rat monarch goes,
May we have this dance?
and extends
absolutely.
a hand.
No, not you.
Mildew.
Mildew. Okay. Hell yeah. Can't it? No one can deny this.
Absolutely. And the rat monarch and Mildew have a little dance as well.
I think Baguette would just be watching this like, oh my god.
Pepper's like, I'd be offended if I wasn't just so impressed.
That's truly impressive.
Mildew's getting something.
Mhm.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think if I can, Esmeralda would probably, I think near the end of the night, before everyone ventured off, I think would try to like go speak with like Gertrude and Meredith
Absolutely.
and be like, so I know that retirement's on the table for you both, but well, I just worry that now that there's the potential of 2 crew and 2 ships now, being out on their own, and I was curious if maybe we could drum up an alliance of some sort with 2 new people at the head of it, and maybe forming some type of union for those 2 to then be able to captain both of those ships.
Are you suggesting a fleet?
Maybe. And maybe me and Shakti
Oh.
could be at the head of that fleet.
You have my blessing.
Thank you. Because I'm gonna have
I'm
to
not
do-
leaving though. It is
Oh.
my ship.
No, this is your home. I
My
wanted
ship.
to get your blessing because I have to do
Alright.
so much raiding because, well, engagement rings are not cheap.
Well, yeah, I think I can help you out with that one. You trust old Gram?
And she'll reach down and she'll take on her finger there are 2 rings that she wears. One is her wedding ring. The other one is her engagement ring from before they were married. And she will slide the engagement ring off and hand it to you and go,
If you'd like, it was tradition that you always proposed with your parents' ring, but your dad was kind of a shithole.
Yeah.
So you can use mine if you'd like.
Thank you. And I'm just gonna embrace the both of them.
and they'll give you a hug. Your
Episode
wonderful moms.
3, another wedding.
There's only so many rom-coms there's only so many fetch quests you can do.
Oh my god.
Oh. Is there anything else that the players would like to resolve tonight?
Good.
I'm good.
Phenomenal.
Oh, actually, I want one thing.
Oh, Baguette got one thing.
I think Baguette's gonna go over to the baker who just saw their cape in and just leans over and goes like, now that's how you bake a cake. And like goes over to and just kisses
Oh my
her
God.
and just walks to their new room.
Wait, kisses
Aw.
who?
No,
Kisses.
no, kisses my girl. I'm not gonna kiss some random.
I thought you were like, that's how you bake a cake, and then plants a solid one on the baker.
What a power move!
Like the
Right?
most
I love
like
that.
confused baker you've ever seen. Oh.
I
That's
would
how you bake
say,
a cake, and then walked away.
dang,
That's fair.
dramatically, hair flip, stuff explodes in the background. Like,
Yeah.
But
They hang up
I
their
just wanna-
aprons.
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely.
oh no, the only other thing I wanted to do would I think Shakti would, as a friendly gesture, invite Pepper to dance if they see that Pepper's being a little bothered.
Aww.
Absolutely.
So
100% Pepper would love to dance. Her like foliage like pinks up a little bit as you ask, like just kind of involuntarily, and she'll dance with you.
Mhm.
I think Pepper has
Yeah,
saved all of our lives at some point or another. So
Yes.
please save me some space on your dance card there too, Pepper.
Absolutely.
everybody
Pepper,
just
I'll
dances
make
with
you
Pepper.
mushroom. Yeah, everybody dances with Pepper. Pepper's the matchmaker of the group. We must dance with Pepper.
Yeah, Pepper is the magic of the group.
Yes.
Absolutely. And our party dances into the night, drinking, celebrating both renewed love, the return of a long forgotten figure, and new love in front of them as well. As our camera starts to pan out, it goes to the front of the ship. It's quiet at the front. The music is playing in the background, but here it's a steady yet quiet murmur in the background. And on a rocking chair sits Graham Captain, and beside her, Meredith, as they both rock and look out into space together, reunited. And they look at each other, confess their love, and then, despite being old as dust, make out so hard.
Amazing.
And roll credits.
Yay! Power
Amazing.
Power move. Love it.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight on this lovely, lovely bonus episode of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Okay, but now they kiss? Pirate Wedding Edition. I want to thank our lovely, lovely crew, and we'll go through and get them all to reintroduce themselves, let people know where to find you, and all that sort of good stuff. So let's start with Archangelic, who played Pepper this wonderful evening. Where can people find you?
Hi, I am Archangelic on basically everything, or archangelic.space on Blue Sky and Discord. You can find me usually streaming on my Twitch channel, Lantern Light Adventures. We're about to play some Monster Hearts on Tuesday as a little interlude for one of my games because somebody's out. So yeah, they're playing culinary students who are also monsters. So come by and join.
I'm gonna be watching that. Wait, when does it start? I'm
tune to that.
signing on to Twitch right now so I can get you.
That'll be Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. So
Hell
It's
yeah.
called Lantern.
Lantern Light
Lantern Light.
Adventures.
Yeah.
I'll put it.
Excellent. Next on our list, we have the lovely Ivy Knoxville joining us from TEP.
All right, y'all. My name is Heather Knoxville, she, they pronouns again. You can find me personally, Heather Knoxville on Facebook, Ivy_Knoxville on Instagram. But more importantly, you can find TEP at transempowerment.org, Trans Empowerment Project on Instagram, Trans Empowerment on Facebook, and trans_empowered on X or Twitter. We've actually got a lot of exciting things that we're about to roll out over the next few months. So y'all please stay tuned and stick around and find out what all of those really cool announcements are.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we have our lovely homegrown, home-baked Geek Baker.
Yes, I am Geek Baker. If you couldn't tell by the character I was playing the whole time. I'm mostly here on Logomancy. I do more quests with me and Neon, but Neon's my player as well, which is fantastic. I also do Roll for Beer with Logomancy, which I love. It's so much fun to do. And yeah, so you can mostly meet me here on Instagram. I am Geek Baker. I do have a Twitch called Geek Baker. I haven't done a Twitch in a while, but people are telling me I need to go back into it.
We'll do
so
that.
maybe, surprise, you might see me in the future. I'd stream my own.
Hell yeah. And then we have Alex at Pisces Moon Paladin.
Hello. You can find me hosting paid games on Start Playing Games. I'm going to be taking, unfortunately, a little bit of a hiatus here this next week or so, as starting tomorrow, I'm going to be heading up to Portland for my partner's top surgery.
Ooh,
And
fun.
we are going to be, resting, have a little bit of R&R post-surgery, and just being able to hang out. So I'll be away, but when I come back, I will come back heavy and with a vengeance on games. I will be hosting a ton of different wonderful one-shots. I hope to also run a campaign that'll be loosely based on, Delicious in Dungeon, Mad Mage, and Hunger Games. It's going to be
Hell
an
yeah.
absolute blast, and I also plan on wanting to run some Monster of the Week and Thirsty Sword Lesbians myself as well. Gladly. Yeah, but also I really hope to be participating in a lot more of the Logomancy stuff as well. It's an absolute
We're excited to
blast.
have you around. We're
Thank
absolutely
you.
excited to have you around. And then from the lovely Pocket Dragon Pub, it is Vixie Bell.
Hello. Hey, everybody. I have been your friendly neighborhood player here at the Logomancy table. Thank you for having me. You guys are all awesome. You can find me over at the Pocket Dragon Pub. Right now, we are actually on a bit of a hiatus, but that's only because we are getting ready for a huge presence at Gen Con. We have 2 panels there. Be sure to check them out. That is the No D20 panel, where we talk about games that don't use a D20. Surprise, surprise, they exist. Games like Thirsty Sword Lesbians even. And we'll have another writer's room panel. So if you're interested in writing and designing your own game, I'll be talking to several people who have done so you can learn from them. And last but not least, my favorite thing that's happening is that we're hosting our very first live actual play with real people in a room full of real people. We'll be doing The Wild Sea by Felix Isaacs. And this is going to be a really fun adventure. You might actually see James from Logomancy there. His invisible self is somewhere in the ether. So, and you'll see a lot of other familiar content creator faces. I'm super excited for it. And you can find me everywhere you can find at the Pocket Dragon Pub or at Pocket Dragon Pub. Also at Vixie Bell or at Vixie Bell Cosplay. I hope that wasn't too long. I'm sorry.
No, you take all the time you want and all the time you need. And I have been your lovely host, Neon Graffiti. You can find me all over the internet at It's Neon Graffiti. You'll see me on Logomancy more going forward. Wednesdays is happening
We're
soon.
gonna be back, baby.
We're gonna be back with more Wednesday content for y'all. You can also find me on Twitch under It's Neon Graffiti, and for all of you to enjoy in the chat, I contributed voice acting to a fun little game called Dog. It's just got the little demo and tutorial stage out right now, but more is coming, and you can hear my lovely voice in that, as well as the lovely Alone Donut is going to be in there eventually as well. So if you have time, give it a check out, give it a download. It's actually lots of fun to play. I've been playing it nonstop, and it's been so cool to hear my own voice in a video game, which is wild. I never thought I would hear that, but here we are.
How is it spelled? D-A-W-G or D-O-G?
D-O-G. I put a little link in the chat. hackerkm.itch.io/DOG. So give it a little check out. It was for a game jam that just happened recently, and hopefully we'll see
Nice.
more from that project in the future, and more of my lovely voice and more wonderful things that you are all consuming. So
Yes.
thank you all for joining me.
All right.
We're raiding over to Happy Jacks in 10 seconds here. Go give him a good hi from us. Spread the love. And don't forget.
I see what you did there.
Excellent.
Oh, that was good. That was good.